Local sports have evolved thanks to PrepSpin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend, Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Moorfield. Nobody does high school football like PrepSpin does. The Mingua Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
Live from East Jessamine High School in Nicholasville, Kentucky, it's the PrepSpin Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week, as tonight East Jessamine entertains Madison Southern out of Berea, Kentucky. Madison Southern comes in 3-3. East Jessamine 4-2. Coach Mike Meehan with me, William Moorfield, the king of stream. And, of course, when you talk about Madison Southern, you have to talk about Tobias Storm, the quarterback. He has thrown for 900 yards, 9 touchdowns, but he's also rushed for 6 touchdowns. He's a multi-talented and a dual threat there at quarterback, and he has a weapon in Walt Smith, who has 6 touchdown catches this year.
Yeah, and I was looking at some stats, Gary Ball, and he's got a 68% completion record. Now, again, a lot of those are to Smith. Smith has 523 yards and 6 touchdowns. So, yeah, he's got other receivers too.
East Jessamine is a running football team, and they're number 1 in 5A football in the rushing attack, led by, of course, Dylan Moore, a 5'10", 175-pound senior, has over 700 yards, 8 touchdown runs. And then you look at Valdon Miles. He also has nearly 700 yards and 7 touchdowns. And the quarterback, Turner McCollin, he has 8 touchdowns rushing. So they're really a three-pronged attack on that East Jessamine football team.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that, too, because, boy, I'll tell you, they'll run the ball quite a bit. So,
national anthem.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break, and the savory snack to go along with it.
This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
I'm on a fixed income.
William. Welcome back here to East Jessamine. We're going to give you the starting lineups. Coach will keep an eye on the coin toss here at East Jessamine. First for Madison Southern, the visitors tonight on the scoreboard. Jaden Centers is your center, 6', 220-pound senior. And the right guard is Dawson Gabbard, 6'3", 300-pound senior. Right tackle, Parker Mathis, 6'1", 265 senior. Left guard is Dane Jackson, 6'1", 270 senior. Left tackles Andrew Harrison, 6'1", 295 and a senior. Tight end is Brock Palmer. Palmer is a 6'2", 190 and a sophomore. In the backfield, Tobias Storm is the quarterback, 5'9", 180-pound senior. And in the backfield, you got A.J. Jones at running back, a 5'8" sophomore. Dalton Judd will be a blocking back, 5'10", 205 junior. And the wide receivers will be Walt Smith, the 5'8", 170-pound sophomore, and Jay-Sean Etheridge, a 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. That is the starting lineup for Madison Southern tonight. The visitors on the scoreboard here at East Jessamine. Caleb Pills, the center for East Jessamine. The Jaguars, Xavier Estes and Caleb Fleckenstein are the guards, 267 pounds, as Fleckenstein. Estes is 240 pounds. Left tackles, Jacob Bruner, 6'3", 350, coach. He's a load over there at left tackle. Jacob Bruner, 6'3", 352 pounds, a senior. And, of course, we mentioned Xavier Estes, 230-pound junior. Right tackle is Jaden Campbell, 6'5", 280-pound junior. The tight end is Derek Bokros, a 6'1" junior. And the wide receivers are Caleb Smith, 6'6", senior. Jalen Taylor is a 5'9" senior. In the backfield, it'll be Donovan Motley, a 5'11", 230-pound junior. It'll be Dylan Moore, a flanker, 5'10" senior. Valdon Miles will be the fullback, running back, a 5'10" senior. Turner McCollin is the quarterback. And, Coach, who won the coin toss?
The Eagles won the toss, and they're going to receive, my friend.
So it'll be the offense for Madison Southern, first down on the field. That'll give us an opportunity to tell you about the East defense. It'll be James Fraley at a defensive end along with Logan Woolham, 200-pound sophomore. Nathan Davis is a nose tackle. Outside backers, Andre Johnson. Cameron Seeger, boy, what a good player he is. 5'11". You remember him last year, don't you, Coach Seeger? He is a tackler, number one tackler on this football team. DJ Jones is the outside backer, and Nick Leonard is the number 2 tackler on the team, a 6'1" senior. Quarterbacks are Isaiah Williams, and we'll also see at the cornerbacks it's going to be Moses Penham along with Dylan Carter. We'll keep an eye on that, whether it be Carter or Penman, and it'll be Gage Simmons and Connor Darley at the safeties. That's the defense for East Jessamine and the offense for Madison Southern. Gary Ball with Coach Mike Meehan, William Warfield here on PrepSpin. We're just about set. And, Coach, this is football weather we're having here in Nicholasville.
Yeah, and yesterday wasn't. Yesterday was summertime, buddy, and today is fall, and it is gorgeous. It's a good crowd. Everybody's excited. Absolutely, as you can see on PrepSpin, on this camera work, what a gorgeous field it is.
It is a beautiful field. We saw it early in the season. We did our first game out here at East Jessamine, that doubleheader. They played Franklin County, East Jessamine did, and that was a good football game. And we're just about set for the kickoff here from East Jessamine. And Johnny Alverson does the kicking for the Jaguars. And we got dropping back deep there for Madison Southern. And to the far side is Smith. And the near man to the near side is going to be Palmer.
Alverson's a good kicker. In fact, he's a good field goal, extra point and field goal kicker, Gary. I think he's 24 for 27 in PATs this year.
Brock Palmer, and here is the kick. And it's going to be Smith taking it at the 15. He's out to the 20, 25, return to the 30, and up to the 33-yard line, 34-yard line on the return. And, Coach, who'd you see up there making the stop there for East Jessamine? I think number 5 was in there on the play.
I was in there, and Andre Johnson was in there also. 5 is Garrison Kelly, Bryson.
Yep, Bryson Garrison Kelly. So it'll be at the 34. Pretty good field position to start for Madison Southern.
Yeah, anytime you can get it a third of the way through the field, I guarantee you. And they're going to open up. Look at that formation.
Trip set to the near side for Tobias Storm. Single receiver out to the top. A.J. Jones is with him in the backfield. And Tobias is looking over at his bench for the play at the 34-yard line. Jones shifts over. Tobias looking to pass. He fires it down the left side and to Smith, incomplete.
Yeah, nice way to open it up, though. He's just going to back him up, Gary. He's throwing that ball deep to Smith. had trips this side, isolation on the back side. Everybody on this side ran curl routes.
Walt Smith just did a fly pattern down the left side, and he aired it out to him, and it just overshot him about 5 yards. So that'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 34. You know, that's a good play there when you start at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I think so too. You try to open it up right away.
Twins to the near side for Tobias Storm. Storm gives to Jones up the middle, 35. He cuts it out to the far side. He's hit, and good tackle turned in on a great stop there by Isaiah Williams, the cornerback.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on him. He is all over the place. That was a great tackle.
Isaiah Williams came up and made a big play on A.J. Jones, a young man who has 529 yards coming in on 63 carries. 6 touchdowns, Coach.
That's a
3rd and 8.
He almost broke that. He tried to get on the corner there. This is a big down right here. You don't want to have to punt if you can get this first drive going.
Jones shifts to the left side of Tobias at the 36. 3rd down and 8 yards to go for a first down. Tobias Storm, as he fakes, tucks it up the middle and hit, and that's a good play there by the East defense. And coming up, making the play there, Coach. That looked like big number 75.
Yeah, we're going to watch this replay, and you're right. 75 collapsed down from his tackle position and made the tackle, forcing the punt.
Michael Webb.
Now, we do have a breeze tonight, but I think it's blowing across the field.
And, you know, very unusual. You see a quarterback return punts, but that's the case for East Jessamine.
Well, you got to get a guy back there that you're sure going to catch the ball. That's the number one thing.
Here comes the punt from Smith back inside the 25, and Turner McCollin, as you said, good hands. Here's the punt to the near side, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, Coach.
Off the side of his foot. Didn't get a very good punt that time. Had a lot of pressure, though. Looked like they were rushing. At least it was a rush to harass the punter.
So big Jaden Campbell, 6'5", 280 is a right tackle. You notice him when he comes out on the field, don't you? Number 72 for East.
Boy.
The defense for the Eagles, Xavier Strothman and Rocky Whiteside, Andre Harrison, Tyler Boots are the defensive line. We'll check the linebackers and secondary after this play here. And in motion is Moore. They give it to Dylan Moore around the right side, trying to break it out to the 45. He's at the 50, down the far sideline, down to the 43-yard line. Pickup of about 17 yards for Dylan Moore.
Yeah, that was a really nice job. A little fly sweep, good handoff by the quarterback, kind of faked around it. He got the corner. A nice block by the receiver out there, Gary. Number 7 for Madison.
Yeah,
Southern
Levi Benton, the linebacker, number 2 tackler. Clay Bunch is the outside backer. Cameron Holbrook, Brock Palmer also starts it in. And you got Aiden Willis, Jackson Chambers, and Jay Sean Etheridge for the Eagles.
15-yard penalty on the play, Gary.
Yeah, I think they hit him late over there, Coach.
Hit him out of bounds, yeah.
So they move it all the way down inside the 30 for East. East on the march on the opening drive with 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go, and this is their first drive of the ball game. Moore in motion to the near side. And a fake now by McCollin. Rolling to the left. He is down to the 20, 15, 10. Cuts it back, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. Turner McCollin.
And guess who had the key block on that to get the corner? Dylan Moore. Really nice block on the outside to get the corner for him. Excellent play.
30-yard TD run.
That little cutback was great.
Yeah, it was a great cut. And ran it in from 30, so the opening drive. And, Coach, it doesn't even take 2 minutes after Southern got the ball. East Jessamine just ran it right down their throat.
They did. I'm surprised. Actually surprised Southern didn't try to open up and throw the ball a little bit more in that first drive. This kid here can kick.
Oh, he can, Coach.
He is he's 24 for 27 in PATs this year.
And it's already 6-0. Alverson's kick is up, and it is good. 7-0, 10 minutes and 2 seconds in the first quarter, and East Jessamine takes the early lead as they only had to take it 57 yards, and then 30 yards out, McCollin took it in. It's 7-0 East leading Madison Southern here on the Minky Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
Sometimes the people that need help the most are the very people who can least afford it.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free.
Welcome back here to, and here's the kick by Alverson. And Walt Smith at the 15 comes out to the 20. He is to the 25 and dancing. And Walt Smith takes it to about the 32, 33-yard line. So they'll start in pretty good field position here. Madison Southern, their first drive stalled on good defense by East. And then East took their opening drive down for a touchdown, tapped off by McCollins' 30-yard TD run.
Yeah, Michael Corey made the tackle on that kickoff. So, all right, let's see. They're a passing team. Let's see if they open it up a little bit.
Storm sends triple receivers out to the bottom. Now he looks back over to the sideline for the play. He has A.J. Jones shifting to the right side, and Tobias Storm first down to 34. Fakes the toss, looks over, and he's got Walt Smith at the 45 on a good pass. He's down to the 40-yard line, 35, 33-yard line. What a pass as he stopped there by Connor Darley, the strong safety, but not before Walt Smith. Boy, he did a nice job. Just a little crossing pattern there, Coach. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was almost like a dig pattern, a little deeper than a dig, maybe a regular post pattern. But again, they had trips on this side. All three trips players ran curls, Gary. The defenders came up on the curls, left the opening across the field. Nice throw, nice catch.
Triple receivers out to the top, and A.J. Jones to the right of him. Tobias Storm, a quarterback draw. He's down to the 30-yard line, 29, and that's where he's going to be stopped. And making a hit there for the
Nick Leonard, buddy.
Yeah, it was Leonard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nick Leonard, 28, came up there, made the hit.
Nice shot. Nice
and
hit.
Nice pickup of about 4, maybe 4 yards, maybe 5. The guy holding the marker over there is a little bit
29 made the tackle. DJ Jones, I think.
Yeah, Jones helped out. Second down and 6. Wide out to the top. And there's Jay-Sean Etheridge with the handoff, and he's down to the 25-yard line, and he is hit. Knocked down there. It looked like Cameron Seeger got him, Coach.
Yeah, nice hit, too. Just stoned him right there. That was excellent. But you know what? That's a good play. They ran a little jet sweep also, trying to get the corner. He turned upfield, 3rd and short. This is 4-down territory, so they've got at least 2 downs now to get that 3 yards if they need it. I like their formations. I like what they're doing. They're using some of the receivers as decoys. Pretty good job.
Chambers is in the game now. He's split out to the top. You got triple receivers to the bottom. 3rd and about 2. Faked, and it's keeper by Tobias Storm. He's down to the 15, to the 10, keeps his balance, 5, cuts it back. Touchdown, Tobias Storm.
Nice run.
What a run.
What a run. What a nice cutback at the end there, too.
25-yard TD run.
Yeah, look at this.
For Tobias Storm.
Nice move. Outside, boom. Planted that foot, turned right back upfield.
There were jock straps all over the field, Coach.
Yeah, there was a lot of
laundry.
A lot of laundry.
So Southern can tie it up here. Baylor Willis, the PAT, out of the hold of Tobias Storm. 8:03, Storm, good hands, placement down, kick is up, and it is through. We are tied, Coach. 8:03 mark, and I tell you what, it all started with Tobias' Storm pass to Walt Smith down the middle, and that really broke it open for him.
That really did. Nice throw, a deep crossing pattern, maybe a post. But all 3 receivers on this side kind of ran curls, brought the defenders up. He came across the field, great throw.
7-7, we'll be back here on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week. Yeah, that was
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as
Set to kick off, Madison Southern, and Willis will kick off. They just tied the game at 7-all, Coach.
I know, and again, these kickoffs, you don't want to give good field position to these teams, and he did.
Short kick.
Uh-oh.
But it's fumbled, and let's see who gets on it, Madison Southern or East. I think Madison Southern's got the football, and they do.
Yeah, number 20 had it.
20 came out of there with the ball for Madison Southern, Coach.
You can see that again. The ball was just muffed by the return man. He couldn't get his feet underneath him. A nice job of coming in and knocking the ball loose. The ball is still loose.
Fumble by Taylor. Taylor was there to receive it.
Yep, big number 20 in there. Nice job. Is that Carson? Braden Carson?
That's Braden Carson. That's exactly who that is. So here comes the Southern, and Tobias Storm now will look back over to the sideline. John Clark is the head coach for Southern. He took them to the state championship a couple years ago. A.J. Jones, Tobias Storm keeps it down to the 25-20, runs it over the far side and upended over there.
That's a real nice tackle by Cameron Seeger.
Yeah, made a nice play there. Isaiah Williams helping out as well. Isaiah Williams helped out, and that's going to be a run down to the 18, first down. I tell you what, Southern in business to take the first lead of this ballgame. We're tied at 7 with 7:42 to go in the first quarter from East Jessamine. Good football game here tonight on a beautiful night. Storm gives it to A.J. Jones around the right side, cuts it back. He's down to the 10 and tripped up at the 10-yard line. Maybe gets to about the 9.
Yeah, this is a really good run also. I think he just lost his balance.
Somebody got his ankle as he made that cut, Coach. Somebody's right there. They tripped his ankle a little bit.
I don't know.
You're not buying it, are you?
No, I'm not buying it. I think he tripped himself when he made that cut. But I'll tell you what, he got it right down there. We'll see what happens.
A.J. Jones.
All right, those safeties are spread out. That middle is open.
Storm keeps it and hit and dropped in the backfield.
Yeah, that was an excellent job of penetration, shutting that play down. Yeah.
DJ Jones made the hit.
Well, DJ penetrated. That's what you have to do against this kid. You've got to get him in the backfield. If you give him opportunity to run, he's going to make some yardage.
Yeah, they got 3rd and about 2, Coach, for a first down. 6:39 to go in this first quarter, and it is Southern 7 and East Jessamine 7 here at East Jessamine High School.
Yeah, they're covering the wideouts on that side. They can run a little slant. There's a lot of things they can do here with their passing game.
Jones goes in motion. They give now to the fullback, and that's going to be Holbrook.
Nice
and he
job.
takes a first down to about the 6-yard line.
Holbrook did a pretty decent job, actually.
And shaking up there, Coach. 75 is coming out, holding his hand there for East Jessamine. Shaking up.
Yeah, that's Michael Webb. Hope he's all right.
Etheridge, there's a triple receivers out to the top, and you got Brock Palmer split out to the bottom.
Getting to play from the sideline.
Jones now shifts to the left. Tobias Storm, he's got triple receivers out to the left side of the field. And fakes into the line, down to the 5, cuts back, and he's going to drive his way down to the 1-yard line, just short of the goal line. Good effort by Tobias Storm, and they're saving the touchdown was Nathan Davis.
Nathan Davis, lucky to be there. He was going in. This Storm kid now, he's got some pretty good moves, but he looks like he has some power also, Gary.
He has a lot of power for his size, Coach. He's not a big guy. So Storm this time will go underneath his center. Holbrook in there, gets the handoff. Holbrook hit and dropped in the backfield.
A lot of penetration. I don't know why. Honestly, they need to loosen him up a little bit. Maybe do a little screen pass on the outside or something. That's a really nice job of coming up. There were a lot of people on that tackle. Garner Darby.
Yeah, that's who I saw.
Or Darby Connor.
Yeah, it is Connor Darby, Coach.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and goal, and they're back at the 3-yard line. Remember, they got it down to the 1.
Yeah, they lost yardage.
So they lost a couple yards here. 3rd and goal at the 3. A.J. Jones is back there with Tobias Storm. Twins to the bottom. 5 minutes to go. 5:05 in this game. Tobias Storm gives it Jones. He cuts it back, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a good job of running there. that left side of the offensive line did a pretty good job blocking there too, Gary.
And that was Jones's 7th touchdown of the season for Madison Southern, and they take the lead here 13-7 with 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go here in this first quarter, Coach.
Yeah, looking at Kentucky Loop here. Motion that big fullback across. He picked up a block. Nice job there. Pretty good blocking on that left side, Gary Ball.
Sure was, and Willis will come in with the extra point out of the hold of Tobias Storm. Placement down, the kick is up, good leg, and it is good. So Southern, they recovered that fumble on that kickoff return, and they recovered the fumble, and they take it in, they make it hurt. 14-7, Southern leading East Jessamine here on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Welcome back here. It's 14-7. Madison Southern leading. East Jessamine, Gary Ball, Mike Meehan, William Warfield, the King of Stream, as Willis is just about set to kick off to Turner McCollin and Connor Darby back deep for East Jessamine. Here's another short kick. It'll be McCollin at the 25. He's up to the 30 and hit hard and driven back right there. Boy, that's a good tackle turned in by Jayshon Etheridge.
Jayshon Etheridge met him in perfect form tackle. Stood him up, took him down. Nice job, Jason.
So after East Jessamine took the early lead on a 30-yard TD by Turner McCollin around the left side that he cut back and went 30 yards, then Madison Southern has answered with 14 unanswered here to take this 14-7 lead. But let's see if East Jessamine can answer here.
Yeah, now they love to control the clock, drive the football, run the football. Let's see if they can get something going here.
Motley's in the backfield. And they fake it to him. McCollin around the right side. He's to the 40. He's out to the 45. What a run there by Turner McCollin. He's finally stopped by Etheridge up at the 45. That's a 15-yard pickup by Turner McCollin. So we know he's got a 30-yard run and a 15. Coach, look at the replay.
Yeah, that was a good read by the quarterback there that time. Bellied that fullback up in there, and, of course, they bid on it.
Yep.
Gave him a little extra room on the outside. Nice job. We may see some RPOs like that tonight.
Dylan Moore is the wing back to the left. Taylor's out to the far side. Moore in motion. And they give now to Motley. He is up to the 48. Hit hard there, and that is a super tackle there. Turned in by Levi Benton, the 5'9", 175-pound junior linebacker coach. He's the number 2 tackler on this Southern team.
He put all that 175 pounds in on that one, too.
So pick up of about 3, second down and 7. 2nd and 7 with 4:05 to go in this first quarter. East. Moore's a slot to the left. They give it back inside to Moore. He cuts it back, and he's still on his feet.
Breaking tackles.
Good running around the right side. Dylan Moore did a great job. And let's see who got him over there. Finally running him down over there.
Yeah, he was hit out of bounds,
that
too.
Was that was 52, Coach.
Yeah, that was a good tackle.
Dane Jackson.
Well, Dane cleaned it up for sure.
Dylan Moore, he got the inside handoff, and I tell you, Dylan made something out of nothing, didn't he?
He did. That was they've got 3 backs that can carry the football, and the quarterback.
Here's a give to Motley, and he is trying to turn his way up. He's got to get to the 45. He doesn't make it.
Nope.
About
close.
a yard or 2 shy.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and there's a 4th down. They're going to go for it here.
4th down. They don't show any signs of punting the ball here. 4th down. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. This is the number 1 rushing football team in 5A football, Coach, East Jessamine.
And they love it. Let's see how they can do here. This is big. Long count. Try to get them to jump. They don't jump. Going to call timeout.
Yeah, they were trying to draw them offside, and Turner McCollin will walk over to Mike Bolin and decide here what they're going to try to do.
I got a score for you.
Okay, sir.
Lafayette over Corbin, 7-0. 3:32 to go in the first quarter, and Corbin just fumbled the ball, and Lafayette has the ball in the 20.
Lafayette's they're a dangerous team. They got some good athletes, Coach. They played Scott County tough.
Yeah.
And then they got the big win last Friday night.
But don't they always play Scott County tough, it seems
Yeah,
like?
they do. They do. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we got a tough one here. We got a 4th and short. A power team, a team that loves to run the football. 4th and short. There they go for it here. And give this Madison Southern Eagle team that can really score.
And they need about 1.5 yards, it looks like, Coach.
Yeah,
Not quite 2, but about 1.5 yards.
This is going to be tough.
They've listed at 2 on the board. 2:47 to go in the first quarter. The Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week. It's 14-7. Madison Southern on top of East Jessamine. East Jessamine has a 4th down and less than 2, and they're going to go for it. The football is marked right in the middle of the field.
You know what? It's a district game. You've got to, if you have a team that you're proud of, an offensive line, you're putting your money on the offensive line. Let's see if they get those blocks.
Yes, you are putting your money on that offensive line. McCollin. Back to pass. Looks left. He's going to fake it, and he's got the first down as he gets it down to the 43-yard line. That's a first down for East Jessamine. As McCollin, you're right, Coach. It was an RPO. He had the option to pass the ball for the first down or an option to run it, and he elected to run it, and he got to about 5 yards down to the 42-yard line of Madison Southern.
I thought he'd get a few yards more, but Cameron Holbrook came up and made the tackle from the secondary position.
Yeah, he made a nice play. So it's first down for East as Dylan Moore's in the backfield with Valdon Miles. That sounds like one of those superheroes. Here's a give now as it goes to Taylor around the far side, and he is upended at about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, several people in on that.
I'll tell you who helped out, though. Brock Palmer, 82, helped out.
Yeah, he did.
Second down and 8 at the 40-yard line for the Jags. Here at the Jungle, they call it, Coach.
The Jungle. I love this field. It's a gorgeous field.
It is a gorgeous field. I'm glad they put the new turf down.
Yep.
It is beautiful.
All right, let's see if we can keep something going. This is the way they like to operate, Gary.
Dylan Moore and Valdon Miles are behind McCollin in the backfield, and he is going to give to Dylan Moore up the middle. And he has spun around and hit and dropped backwards at the 30, got to 35 almost. Dylan Moore, and there's a lot of people in on the stop and helping out. Levi Benton helped out. Who else, Coach?
Oh, there were 3 or 4 people. 56 was in on it, and just a bunch of people.
56 was Parker Mathis.
3rd and 4, another big down. Again, this 4-down zone, though. They proved that they want to go for it.
Exactly. So. At football at the 36, they did not give him the 35 with the mark. We're down to a minute 22 to go, and a 14-7 Southern lead over East Jessamine. McCollin, the quarterback, tucks it. He down the left side. He's running up the middle. He's got the first down all the way down to the 25-yard line. He faked it in the belly. The fullback pulled it back out. Look at this, Coach.
Yeah.
And McCollin with a great run.
Yeah, they're running just the old belly option now, except the running back went the other way. So, just a quarterback belly keep. My buddy in Pittsburgh, Dennis, if he's watching this game, Dennis, you love this, don't you?
Yes.
Run the option and a quarterback keep and pull back up in there, getting those big guards and tackles to block.
It's old Boone County football here, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, well, against me it was like 12 yards in a cloud of dust.
And Taylor in motion. McCollin looking to pass. He tucks it, though, and he's going to be hit and dropped at the 23-yard line, Turner McCollin. And let's see who got in there and got him, Coach. It was Levi Benton. Benton's made about 4 or 5 plays already. We've only played the first quarter. We haven't even played the entire first quarter. They are still, 31 seconds to go in this first quarter. And Benton's been in, 4 or 5 plays. Gary Ball with Mike Meehan and William Warfield, the king of stream here on PrepSpin. Second down for the East Jessamine Jaguars. They're down 14-7, but they are threatening now as they have the football at the 23-yard line. Full house backfield. Motion by Taylor behind Turner McCollin. He fakes it now. Rolls around the left. He is going to cut it back and slide down at the 7. Where does he go, Coach? Inside the – where they mark him at?
Yeah, he just crossed.
Holbrook made
about the
18-yard line. And that'll do it. We'll head to the second quarter. Wow. The second 12 minutes, folks, and we got a lot of scoring in this one, 14-7. And East Jessamine's trailing, but they're threatening here as we start the second quarter here on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week at East Jessamine High School. to East Jessamine for the second quarter. East Jessamine has a third down, and they need about 4 yards. They got to get down to the 15. They have it at the 19.
They got two downs to do it, though.
They sure do. And they got a full house backfield. Valdon Miles is back there. And they fake it to him. Turner McCollum rolling to the left. He's got a player, but he's going to tuck it himself down to the 10. He's going to get to the 5 and down to the 5-yard line. What a run by Turner McCollum. He already has a 30-yard TD run in this game. That's the only touchdown for East. And now it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 5-yard line, Coach. You said he probably should have passed it.
Oh, he had a receiver wide open coming across the field. He could have dumped it to him real quick and maybe made it to the end zone. But he wanted to run the football.
Caleb Smith, a big receiver at 6'6", just checks into the ball game for East Jessamine. He splits way out to the top. Is he a decoy, Coach?
Yeah, unless they run a slant with him. But, yeah, I'd say so. They like to run the ball down here.
There's more. Dylan, and he gets down to about the 3, knocked backwards there. And it was Palmer making the play.
Good, yeah, good, really good defense, actually.
And Xavier Strothman helped out as well. I saw Brock Palmer pushing back as well.
Do you have a number 7 on your roster? For Madison Southern.
Yeah, that's Levi Benton.
Yeah, he did a nice job coming up.
He's been on several plays already.
Yep.
What a linebacker. Number 2 tackler. Clay Bunch is the number 1 tackler coming in, 46. I'm not sure we called his name yet tonight. He might have been in on that play. 2nd and goal from the 4 for Turner McCollum. Inside handoff, and they give it to Taylor. He's going to walk in. Touchdown to Taylor.
That was a really nice
Jalen
play.
Taylor. Inside. Valdon Miles got the handoff. He gave it back on the inside handoff to Taylor. He walked it into the end zone.
That was a little wing T play. I've seen that. Scott County runs that play a lot from their wing T look.
10:47 mark. It's 14-13. And, Coach, we can be tied with the extra point.
Yeah, they used to call that the Betsy. That's what they used to call it on the wing T. Tubby Raymond put in that play many, many years ago at Delaware.
So Alverson, who's 25 of 28 extra points, and for East, and he can tie this game up. 10:47 to go here in the first half from East Jessamine. He's a left-footed kicker, Alverson. And the kicker gets it up, and it is good. We're tied at 14 all, 10:47 to go in the first half. Folks, you won't want to miss this one. This is going to be a good one here tonight. At East Jessamine, the number 1 rushing team in 5A football, East Jessamine doing their thing, and Madison Southern 14 all. And we'll be back here on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
What's your starting 5? How about this one? Mild, hot, Cajun, barbecue, and teriyaki. It's the flavors of Mingua Beef Jerky, each one handmade from Ronnie Mingy's all-natural recipe using top-quality beef. That's what makes Mingua Beef Jerky stand out. Take it from me, Tom Leach. Pick up a package today, and if you don't see it, ask for it. And check them out online at minguabeefjerky.com. That's MINGUA beefjerky.com. And go there today to see their newest product, Mingua Beef Jerky Meat Sticks in mild, hot, or honey barbecue.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be.
We'll be off the air. Welcome back, and here's the kick from Alverson. It'll drive Smith back to the 10. He's out to the 20. He's at the 30. He almost breaks it. He's knocked down at the 35-yard line. I tell you what, I think 58 kind of tripped him up a little bit there, Coach.
Yes, reached out and grabbed his leg right there.
Yeah, and if he didn't do that, that might have been a
it would have been 6. I'm
6 for Madison Southern. That was a good return by Walt Smith. He took it to the 40. No, they didn't give him the 40. That's where his balance took him, but they say knee touched the 38-yard line. Triple receivers out to the top, single receiver to the bottom for Tobias Storm. A.J. Jones to the left. Tobias likes to bark out that signal and draw the opposing team off sides, doesn't he? But he didn't do it, so he's going to look over to the sideline. Tobias Storm gives to A.J. Jones around the right side. He is to the 40, and he's to the 43-yard line where he's run out of bounds over there on the far side of the field.
Yeah, that was a pretty good run also. It looked like Dylan Carter.
Yeah, Dylan Carter, number 13, hustled over there. Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I like what they're doing here, Madison Southern. They've got a good job of spreading the field and getting the corners.
Tobias Storm with Jones to his right. He has triple receivers to the bottom, and Brock Palmer has split out to the top, number 82. Got good hands, Coach. Triple receivers to the bottom. Tobias Storm looking to pass. He airs it out to Brock Palmer, and he's got the catch, and he's all the way down to the 28-yard line. What a catch by Brock Palmer.
Oh, what a catch and what a throw. Look at this throw. Right on the money. Threw a dime right over his shoulder for the catch. Really nice.
Look at that play again. That's a beautiful pass.
Whoa, perfect job. These are two teams that completely different styles offensively.
Yeah.
But they're battling each other. East Jessamine's in a 4-3 look, and they're trying to play a little bit of man, and then man up front, zone behind it on the wide side of the field.
Tobias Storm with Jones to his left. He gives to Jones around the right side, breaks a tackle, cuts it back inside. He's down to the 10, diving down, touchdown.
Boy,
A.J. Jones, that's his 8th touchdown of the season.
Did he run like a 4.3 40? That was amazing the way he turned that corner. Watch him turn the corner on this Kentucky Loop instant replay. He just turns the corner and flies down the sideline.
Coach, he's a sophomore. He was cut from the team last year.
Well, he was added this year.
Philosophical differences.
Well, I've been involved.
You've been involved in some of those, haven't you?
Philosophical differences.
So Willis comes in for the extra point, and just like that, I tell you, it didn't take him long, did it?
Yep.
10-10 to go, and kick is up, and it is good. 21-14. Folks, we got ourselves a shootout here at the Jungle at East Jessamine. It's Madison Southern 21 and East Jessamine 14. Here we'll be back with 10 to go in the first half at the Jungle on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Baylor Willis set to kick off, and Darby back along with McCollin.
Oh, no.
Short kick, and it's going to stay in bounds and be picked up, and Seeger is going to take it at about the 25-yard line.
He's lucky he got that. That ball really looked like it was going to get ready to go out of bounds. No question about it. Bounced right back in.
Cameron Seeger, last year he played a lot of offense, but he's such a good defensive player. They've moved him to defense this year, and he's one of the leading tacklers. Let me look at my stats. He is the number 1 tackler on East Jessamine.
All right, let's see what they do. Let's see if, first of all, let's see if Madison Southern adjusts anything defensively. We'll take a look at that real quick.
26-yard line. Caleb Smith splits out to the top, the big receiver. Turner McCollin up the middle to Dylan Moore, and he gets up to the 31-yard line, and he's knocked down there by Benton, Levi Benton, the linebacker.
Benton he's in a lot of plays now.
Picks up, Dylan Moore picked up about 4. 9 minutes and 42 seconds to go, Coach, in this first half, and East Jessamine has the ball at the 31-yard line, 2nd down. Up the gut it goes, and Dylan Moore dives up to the 36.
That might have been an emotion penalty. It looked like they actually stayed in their 2-point stance and snapped the ball as soon as they got to the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they moved too soon. I think that's what happened. No, chop block.
That's really we had the turnover early in the game on the kick return by East Jessamine that was recovered by Southern. And really, we haven't seen a lot of penalties.
No, and a chop block, that's a safety call. A chop block, people think that's just blocking below the waist. It's not. Chop block is when one offensive lineman or tight end or whatever blocks someone high, and then another offensive lineman cuts him low at the same time. That's a chop block. That has caused a lot of injuries in the past, and so they've outlawed that.
So that'll be a big loss back to the 17. It'll be 2nd down and about 20 now for East Jessamine. And coming back in the game is Donovan Motley, the big 230-pound junior fullback for East.
It's nice to have that big fullback. We have seen some teams this year that didn't have that guy back there to help you block.
McCollin with Motley and Valdon Miles. He's back to pass. Throws it out to Taylor. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage over there by Willis.
Yeah, Willis ran with him the whole way. Looked really good. Willis is a junior also, 5'10", 160-pound junior. Good speed, ran right with him, right down the sideline. But I'm not going to complain about on second down trying to go deep like that because it will loosen the defense.
Yeah, it softens them up, doesn't it, Coach?
Right, but again, their forte is running the football. Running the option, especially the belly option.
Score is 21-14. Madison Southern on top of East. They have third down and 20 back at their own 17-yard line. Turner McCollin, their quarterback. And he is going to be grabbed by the big down lineman, big number 77.
Big man, I tell you.
And he would not let go. And that was Gabbard who had him, Dawson Gabbard, and he would not let go, and it's going to force a punt. Coach, there haven't been a lot of punts in this game.
No, and again, the only punt we saw was a very poor punt.
So East will punt it. Turner McCollin is back there, but set to punt it there is number 15, and that's Corley. He gets a punt off. It's a good punt, and it's called at the 43-yard line by Palmer.
That was a good punt, a really good punt.
Yeah.
And a good snap. Good job.
So Madison Southern will have it at the 43-yard line, 8:25 to go here in this first half, Coach, and they lead by a touchdown, 21-14 over East Jessamine.
You know, I would like to say right now that East Jessamine needs to stop here, Gary.
Yeah.
There's 8 minutes and change to go to the halftime, and they really need to stop. If they let them come right down to scoring again, then that's going to put them up by 2 scores, and I don't think East wants that.
Jones is to the left of the quarterback, Tobias Harris. Triple receivers out to the top. Now shifting by Jones to the right of Tobias Storm. Fakes it inside. Tobias keeps it 45. He is up near mid. There's a flag down as he gets it all the way down to the 48. Close to the first down marker, but there is a flag down, and I believe that's going to be holding against Southern. Yeah, I think Tobias Storm knows that there's holding. He's kind of walking backwards. That's the call, holding against Southern.
What Southern did that time was actually a pretty good play. They pulled the backside tackle, Gary, number 52. Pulled him. He led around the corner.
Did he hold?
I don't think he was the one that was holding. I think the person that was holding was a man inside on the linebacker.
So, like, East got the penalty that moved them all the way back to the 17, and now Madison Southern gets a penalty, takes them all the way back to the 34-yard line. They've got first and about 18 yards.
I don't think they mind being behind the sticks too much. They usually can open up a little bit here.
Tobias Storm sends motion to the near side and looks to pass. He's got Smith wide open. He hits him, and he's in stride to the 30, the 20. Walt Smith down to the 5, and touchdown, Walt Smith, as Tobias Storm hit him in stride.
Well, I'm really impressed with Storm. I mean, that was a good catch, but that throw was absolutely laid out there perfect. It was a good fake. Watch this again. A nice fake. The receiver just ran right by the defensive back, right by him. Totally unexpected by the defensive back. Fell for that.
Walt Smith, the sophomore.
Not good, Gary. These Jessamine's on their heels now.
They needed to stop, and they couldn't get it. And Willis will come in and kick the extra point for the Eagles of Madison Southern to try to put them up by 2 scores. Placement down, the kick is up, and it is a beauty. 28-14, Madison Southern leading East with 8:02 to go here in the first half from East Jessamine High School here in Nicholasville, Kentucky. At the Jungle, we'll be back on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week. Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin. Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall. Welcome back here. Here's the kick from Harris, short, and it will be taken by Turner and McCollum.
Nice.
Up the good move by Turner as he takes it up to the 33-yard line. So East right now, they couldn't get the defensive stop because Tobias Storm threw a very good pass to Walt Smith that went about, 50 yards, 55 yards, Coach?
Right, and it was just a gorgeous throw. And actually a good play, a little fake inside. And then the receiver, he just streaked on the sideline and ran right by.
I think it was more like 65, I'm sorry, on the yardage. But that was a great pass by Tobias Storm.
We're struggling again, Gary, and we've mentioned this before on PrepSpin. We don't have any stats. We don't have a stat keeper and someone to give us these numbers.
Yeah. Twins out to the top. And that's given over the left side. And that's Motley. And Levi Benton makes another play defensively. He's been on almost every play for Southern. He's got about 8-9 tackles here in the first half.
I wouldn't run at him, to tell you the truth. But
even if you don't run at him, he makes a play.
Well, what's happening is we're getting we're getting penetration by Madison Southern. If you take a look at East Jessamine, take a look at how they line up. Their linemen are real close together, and the running backs are real close behind the quarterback. They don't have any opportunity to read. If they could just get back up a little bit and maybe read these holes a little better.
Turner McCollum under center, and he's going to give around the right side to Valdon Miles, and Valdon Miles gets outside at the 37, so maybe the 30, and that's where they're going to mark it to be third down and about 5 for East Jessamine. 7:14 to go here in this first half.
Yeah, they haven't solved this defense yet. They're in a 4-man front, like a 4-3 look, and they really are betting money that East is not going to throw the football, especially on first and second downs. And they just haven't solved the defense. They can't seem to get those gaps, get into that second level.
So third down and about 5 for East. Quarterback McCollum rears up, throws it, and it is Taylor. And did he catch it? I think he did. Yes, he pulled it in. He's got the first down up to the 40. That's a great catch by Jalen Taylor.
It is.
Diving catch.
A good spot by the official, by the way. I'm looking on the replay, and it looks like a really good spot.
Well, that's where he dove, Coach.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So 44-yard line, first down for the East Jessamine Jaguars here to Jungle, and they're trying to get something going here to get back in this game. They're down by two touchdowns right now, 28-14.
And they can get back in it right away. They need to get a score before halftime if they can.
Moore goes in motion. McCollum fakes it. He's going to roll to the right and be chased, and he's going to cut it back inside and up down about the 45-yard line, maybe about a yard.
Ooh, the referee took a lick that time. Run that again, William. Let's see how the white hat. Let's put the instant replay on the white hat. Watch the white hat there. Here he comes. Oh, he's backing up. Oh, he trips over the line and goes down. All right, way to go. That's all right.
Turf monster got it.
He's hustling. That's all you care about with these officials. They know what they're doing.
So second down at about 9 for East Jessamine with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in this first half.
This is a big down, too. Second, they need to get at least 6 yards, 7 yards in this play.
Molly and Valdon Miles. Quarterback keeps it himself. He's to the midfield, down to the 40, trying to stay in bounds, tight ropes the sideline, down to the 37. That's a good run there by Turner McCollum. He picked up about 15 yards and a first down.
You know what I like about McCollum? He looks like he's in total control, Gary. He looks like he really knows how to run this offense. He runs the belly keep. Really good job. I'm surprised. I'm looking for them to run the option where they have a pitch man, but so far they don't.
The play that saved them on this drive was that diving catch by Jalen Taylor.
Yeah, right there
big
at the
first
line.
down.
Perfect.
Down to the 36-yard line. Motley up the gut, and he's bowling his way close to first down yardage.
Yeah, once they establish that play, this is that wing T stuff. Once they establish that play, Madison Southern's going to have some pressure on them.
Clay Bunch helped out on that play.
Again, watch real quick, just a real quick handoff, fullback power up in through there.
Another pickup of 10 for Mr. Motley. 1st and 10. Football marked at the 27-yard line. Turner McCollin under center. Motley behind Valdon Miles. He gives to Miles around the right side, following his blockers and tripped up. You see him put his hand on his on 59 there, blocking for him, Xavier Estes.
Yep.
And it got him. He got a few yards out of it, but he wouldn't have got anything. He picked up about 3.
Yep. Again, they're using that fullback belly and then keep, belly keep, all the way like wing T, good wing T formation stuff. Again, little misdirection coming up probably pretty soon.
Yeah, we want to thank Sutherland Chevrolet over here in Nicholasville. Sutherland Chevrolet, don't text and drive. Don Gabber and the staff at Sutherland Chevrolet. We certainly like that Impala we're driving, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Here's Motley, bulling his way and ping-ponging down inside the 15. Get out of my way.
I like the way he covers the ball with 2 hands, Gary. He covers the ball with, puts as much surface area on the ball as he can, stays low, and keeps driving those legs.
I meant to say pinballing his way.
Well, ping-ponging too, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. First down as he takes it down to about the 15-yard line. Boy, this would be huge for East if they could get a score here, Coach.
Momentum-wise, too, with 4 minutes, but you're going to leave 3 minutes or so on the clock for Madison Southern for the Eagles.
McCollin turns around, looks at the backfield, and he gives it now. And that's right, he gave it to who got the ball. I tell you, he fooled everybody.
It wasn't the big man.
It was Dylan Moore.
Yeah, Dylan Moore coming in there. Watch him jump over. Yeah, Dylan Moore gets the football right on the dive play, jumps over to Powell and gets the extra yardage.
Got about 7 yards on that play.
Yep.
Clock running down to 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go first half, and splitting out to the top, Caleb Smith, the big 6'6" receiver. They use him a lot as a decoy. They have the ball at the 8-yard line.
Oh, nice
Moore
defense.
And a nice play turned in, and that was turned in by Tyler Boots, the 6'1", 218-pound junior defensive end, the number 3 tackler on this Southern team.
That was a really good defensive play. He didn't fall for any of that stuff. He just came in and locked onto the running back and brought him down.
So 3rd down and 4, Coach. I got to get down to the 5 for first down. They're just about at the the 10?
Yeah.
So
now they want 7. They want a touchdown here, but they've got a good kicker. They can kick a field goal easily from this distance.
Slot to the right is Taylor, and we're going to have a flag, and it's going to be timeout call. Timeout with 3:23 to go in the first half. 28-14, Southern on top of East Jessamine here in Nicholasville on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week. Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees? Through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop, you can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more,
we're back, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 4 for McCollin. He is going to roll to the left. Turner, he's going to keep it, and no, he's going to throw it, and it's going to be a touchdown.
There you go.
It's Dylan Moore.
Yeah, Dylan Moore.
Dylan Moore.
Okay, now, he wanted to run the ball. McCollin wanted to run the ball that time again. If you look at this again on the replay, He started to run it, and then he said, "Uh-oh, I'm in trouble." And Dylan
But
Moore,
I got my man in the end zone wide open. I'm going to flip him the ball.
Watch Dylan Moore break away from the defender here and come up to the football. Love it. Look at that. That's excellent. The defender decided he was going to come up and make the tackle, and you can't do that. Stay with your man.
So Alverson will come in for the PAT, and this would be a 28-21 ball game with 3:16 to go here before the end of the first half. Coming up this Sunday on the Scholastic Ball Report, the team of the week, Mercer County. Here's the kick up by Alverson, and it is good, 28-21. Mercer County and David Buchanan used to be at Mason County. It's got a fine Mercer team. They're number 2 in the RPI that came out, Coach, in the state of Kentucky in their class. And our scholar athletes, it's our first Great Crossing spotting.
Oh, nice.
We got Great
Good.
Crossing High School, the scholar athletes this Sunday at noon on the CW. And our feature is on a young man at Whitley County who's, the football team and everybody just rallied around that young man. He's our super fan down there at Whitley County. That's coming up Sunday.
Well, I can't wait for that. And we talk about David Buchanan. What a fine gentleman, too.
Yeah,
This
what a
is
great
super
guy. He's a great coach at Mercer County.
And he's academic. These kids with 4.2s
Yes.
and 4.4s and all this stuff.
Both the young man, both Aaron on the show and Darian Baker, they both have a 3.6 GPA.
That's hard. I mean, really, in the way high schools are now, amazing. Hey, real quick while we have a chance, Corbin punts, and Lafayette tries to field the punt on the 1-yard line. They lose it. Corbin scores on the next play. It's 21-7 Corbin.
21-7 Red Hounds of Corbin. Woodford County was all over West Jessamine, 28-0 on the score we heard. Here's the kick by Alverson, and it'll be Brock Palmer, 25. He has cut it to the 30, and let's see. He's still on his feet, still going, and good effort by Brock Palmer. Takes it to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, really nice job of keeping going, keeping driving on the sideline there, on the far sideline of the field. Again, though, every single one of these kickoffs, the team receiving has gotten good field position.
Yes, they have. Nobody has started back, have they? They've all started way up.
Do you want to give Madison Southern 3 minutes on the clock?
No, I don't. I don't want to give them 2 minutes or a minute.
No, they're explosive.
So triple receivers to the bottom. Tobias Storm, 28-21. East Jessamine has 21. Madison Southern has 28 points, and that's just with 3 minutes and 5 to go here in the first half, Coach.
Yep.
So Tobias Storm tosses to Jones. Around the left side, he's being chased, and he's going to be, I tell you what, he eluded Williams back there in the backfield, and he was able to turn it upfield and get out of bounds. Lost a yard, but I tell you, that was a good job by Williams causing him to get out of bounds.
Yeah, it was, but Williams was shaking his head saying, daggone, I had an opportunity to make a big tackle, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, and the clock stops because he got out of bounds. He lost a couple. 2nd down and 12. 3:01 to go in this first half. East looking for that big turnover here. Tobias Storm, a dual threat, isn't he, Coach? He can run it and he can really throw it.
Really throw it well.
Senior quarterback, not big in stature, but I tell you what, he's got a good name. Fakes it, looks it back inside. He's going to tuck it, 35, 40, and hit, and he's going to be dropped at the 41-yard line. Clock continues to run, and coming up, making the hit there was DJ Jones for the Jones, and also helping out was Andre Johnson.
Yeah, I like the fact he faked the pitch and then decided he was going to throw the ball, but he carried the ball around the corner. I'm looking again. I know I keep guessing. I'm guessing wrong every time, but honestly, I see screen pass here. I do.
Yeah.
You got to get these guys. These guys are playing man-to-man on the wideouts out there. Get a little screen going on that side.
And he fumbles the ball, and then Jones, let's see who's got it. East is battling for it. They pick it up, and they've got the ball as it's scooped up by Williams. Isaiah Williams scooped it up.
Big opportunity.
Big fumble recovery.
What did we say to Gary about turnovers?
Yeah, Jones had it, and he fumbled it, and he was trying to get back on it, but East Jessamine's Isaiah Williams collared the ball, and I tell you, East Jessamine's in business now.
Yeah, boy, he tried to get back on it. You're right, and the ball scored it loose.
There is a player down and shaken up for East Jessamine. One of their players is down. Madison Southern's going to head to the sideline. So we'll step out with 2:13 to go in this first half. East Jessamine will have the ball at the 25-yard line of Madison Southern, and the Eagles lead 28-21. We got a good one here tonight at East Jessamine on the PrepSpin Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
I work really hard, but I don't make a whole lot of money. And now, my hours are being cut back at work. I've gotten so far behind on my bills, I feel like I'll never get caught up.
We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
We're not going to judge you.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free.
In Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
So Turner McCollin leads the East Jessamine attack here. They have 2 minutes and 13 seconds here in this first half, and they start at the 25 of Southern on the fumble recovery by Williams.
That's a big fullback back in there again. Oh.
And that quarterback is going to give it to Moore. Moore around the left side. He cuts it back. He's at the 10. And does he dive in?
No.
Right down near the goal line.
Oh, man. Again, Dylan Moore is fast.
Fast guy.
Man, he turned that corner on that handoff.
Yeah, and we had him on this classic ball report last week, Coach.
Yeah. Look at that.
He
nice
extended the ball, and he almost got to that pylon, Coach.
Yeah, be careful about extending that ball.
Yeah,
like
no,
that,
you don't want to fumble. Don't want to
to
fumble. So it's going to be at the 1 yard line for East Jessamine. They can tie this game up.
Turnover might turn it into a tie at halftime. A big turnover, you just can't do that.
Turner McCollin looks over to the sideline. Dylan Moore's a slot to the right. They ought to give the ball to Dylan and let him finish it here, Coach.
Give it to that big man and let him barrel in.
Maybe Motley.
Yeah, the deal is to score, man. You don't have to reward people. You score.
Quarterback McCollin keeps it, dives forward, and does it get in?
It looked like it.
And the officials are right there. No touchdown indication, so he's right at the goal line.
No way. He was right. He went right over top of the lineman. He was never on the ground. Look at that. He never touched down. He was laying on top of him over the goal line that time.
And they didn't give him a touchdown.
No, that's a pretty poor spot, in my opinion.
So second down and goal. So I give it to Motley here. He goes 230, Coach.
Yep. He's a monster.
And Turner McCollin. He's got Motley back there, Valdon Miles. Dylan Moore's a slot wing to the right side.
He's letting that clock run down, too.
Let it run down all you can, there, big guy.
You don't want to give Southern
He's looking right at that clock. He is looking right at it. Takes a snap in. He does get in this time, and that'll be flag come down. As the flag comes in, it'll be offsides against Southern. So that was before the
ball.
Don't they just decline it?
Well, no.
One of their linemen saying, "Hey, we'll take the touchdown."
No, but the whistle blew before.
Yeah, exactly.
Before.
Yeah, blew the play dead. I know. But the lineman just said, "Hey, we'll take the touchdown."
Yeah, heck yeah, they would. That's all right.
What a ball game here tonight, guys.
You want to run as much time off the clock as you can when you're playing against Madison Southern Eagles, because they will score in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah. Well, they'll let it run down here. They're down to 46 seconds.
Well,
second down and goal, and this is big for East Jessamine, maybe possibly tying this game up here. McCollin under center. And they had movement in the backfield. So the Motley guy, the
big man.
Yeah, once you get that big 230 pounds moving forward, you can't go back, Coach.
No,
you can only go forward.
Right. He man, I tell you what, he's frustrated too. That really upsets you.
Yeah, and boy, I tell you, East Jessamine wanting to get this score in here because this would tie this game up here.
Yeah, that was a mistake that he's going to live with.
Coach, our UFO's coming up at halftime. You got some great unheralded football overachievers.
Yeah, I've got two good ones, one from each team. Even though we were late getting it out because of the voting, they came right back.
I think the miscalculation by William Warfield helped out on that vote too, didn't it?
Yeah, he still thought he was in Vegas.
Yeah, he thought he was on Vegas time. Here's McCollin. Fakes, rolls to the right. He can run pass option, and he's going to roll it into the end zone. Does he get in? Touchdown!
No,
he just got in. Barely got in that pylon.
You're right, Gary Ball.
Another touchdown by Turner McCollin. Take a look at that one, Coach.
Yeah, we're going to see that again.
He had a 30-yarder early in the game.
Yeah, watch this. All right, he rolls out. He's looking to throw. Receivers. I don't get it. He just, runs right over a guy right on the pylon.
He kind of let up there at the 1 yard line or whatever, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he knew he was going to get in, but he didn't realize that big man was coming up.
Yeah.
But again, he passed up a pass, like a little belly pass action to that big fullback was open in the end zone.
So,
Alverson,
what a game here. This extra point will tie it at 28-all with 16 seconds here in the first half.
And that's a good job of running that clock down.
Waiting for the snap. Placement is down.
Almost blocked.
Kick is up, and, boy, they got in on that one in a hurry, didn't they? Madison Southern nearly blocked it. It was number 7 there, Levi Benton, who almost blocked it. 28-all with, what's that, 15, Coach?
15
seconds here in the first half.
Have you called Levi Benton's name very much?
Oh, my goodness. If we had any stats, which we don't have, we could tell you this young man has about maybe 8 or 9 tackles here in the first half.
Amazing. He's been all over the field. But, again, these defenses can't hold up against these offenses.
I was told the last time we were here at East Jessamine that somebody keeps stats for East Jessamine, but we weren't privy to them, were we?
No, we weren't given anything. And that's a shame, too, because it's not for us. But
somebody keeps them because they're number 1 in the state in 5A in rushing, so somebody keeps stats.
And the fans, they want to hear that. When we're trying to do this, it's not fair. At halftime, we like to give you a recap of all the stats.
Let's put our vote out to Mike Bowling, the coach of East Jessamine, to pay about $75 or $100, whatever. I don't know how much WL Stats charges, but let WL Stats come over and do the stats.
Yeah,
they do all of Fayette counties.
They do a great job.
Here's a short pooch kick taken by the up man up to the 42-yard line. Jay Sean Etheridge came up and corralled it, the sophomore.
Yeah, he didn't fool anybody.
You know what, Tobias Storm? Do you take a knee here, Coach, or do you go for the end zone maybe?
Oh, I would, you can't
hook and lateral.
Well, no, I wouldn't do that. I'd save that. Save that for when you really need it, like at the end of the game. I would think that they might try to throw a deep one, get an interference call, maybe kick field goal or something.
That's a good point. 28-all with 10 seconds here in the first half coming up at halftime. Coach Meehan will give you his unheralded football overachievers. We won't give you any stats, but we'll give you the first half summary. 28-all here. And Madison Southern with the football at the 43-yard line. Tobias Storm has Jones to his right in the backfield. Remember that was a big fumble by Jones the last time they had the ball. He's got it up the gut. He is running up to the 48-yard line and tackled right there on a good open field tackle by Seeger.
Seeger did a real nice job just sitting back, watching the ball came in. And they called a timeout with 1 second.
Yeah, Cameron Seeger, he is a stud coach. As far as defensively, he's the number 1 tackler on East Jessamine's football team from his linebacker spot.
Well, I can tell. First of all, he doesn't miss tackles. He locks them up. This is an interesting timeout. I don't know, with 1 second, or was that 4 seconds on the clock, that I don't know. I mean.
Yeah, I'm like you. Let the clock run out and go to the locker room. It's 28-all. What a football game, Coach. We've had just about everything in this first half.
We had, and again, turnovers have been the difference in the game.
You said
turnovers brought East Jessamine back into this football game.
Yep, you said turnovers would be the key to this game, and that's exactly what it's been. The fumble by Jones and the recovery by Williams. They capitalized on that one.
All right, let's take a look at this defense. William, you get a chance when they line up with this defense. Back that camera up a little bit.
Yeah, Sutherland Chevrolet is down here in Nicholasville. Sutherland Chevrolet. Check out the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week every Sunday at noon on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Yeah, back that camera. Excuse me, Gary.
Go ahead, Coach.
Back that camera up. Take a look at this defense. They got people 30 yards back. They are going to keep.
Now that is called prevent defense.
Yeah, they're going to keep everything underneath them.
And they give to Etheridge around the right side. And he is to the 45, the 40, and they're going to run him out at the 35-yard line. That'll do it for the first half of action. Comes to a close, and what a football game here at East Jessamine. It's 28 for the Jaguars, 28 for the Eagles of Madison Southern. And we've got a great one here, 28-all. We'll come back with the UFOs from Coach Mike Meehan here on the Mingua Beef Jerky. High school football, game of the week, 28-all, East Jessamine, Madison Southern here at halftime.
The future of healthcare seems dark at times, but for patients in Kentucky with diagnostic imaging needs, there's a place with clarity and a compassionate staff. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI provides quality patient care while saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars as compared to hospital-based centers. Remember, for your medical imaging needs, you have a choice. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
We're out here, heart and soul.
But you can't see us.
If girls don't see women in sport, they won't stay in sport. They won't learn that
we can call the shots. We are stronger together.
The world is ours for the taking.
She belongs on the track, the field, the ice, and on the court.
Give her visibility so she sees how unstoppable she is, and she'll break barriers.
Uh-oh, we're the girls, uh-oh, we're the girls, uh-oh, we're the girls.
Got 2, 1.
High school sports have evolved thanks to PrepSpin. Tonight, catch all the hard-hitting action live and in real time as the game happens in 1080p HD video. Join us tonight for the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week with the legend Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, and the king of stream, William Moorfield. Nobody does high school football like PrepSpin does. The Mingua Beef Jerky High School Game of the Week comes your way now.
Welcome back to East Jessamine High School. Big game. There was a vote. We had a vote last week. William Moorfield put this vote out, and there were over 900 people voted for this football game either between this game or Lafayette Corbin, and the East Jessamine fans won. They called in the markers. They had people from their conference voting and everything. But right now we see it is the right game. It's halftime here. Score is 28-28. Now, what we're going to do is what we always do at halftime. Years ago, again, I repeat, years ago we started this this thing we call a UFO, unheralded football overachiever. All the years that I was coaching, I noticed that there were so many people involved in the programs, and they never got any credit for what they did. So I asked these coaches a week before, each coach, a head coach from each team, to give me a name and some information on somebody they would like to, credit, somebody they would like to honor as their UFO, their unheralded football overachiever. We'll start off with Madison Southern. Coach Clark from Madison Southern chose senior student manager Nick Atkins. Nick is at every Eagle practice, Coach says, all games, and has done this for many years. He films the practices no matter how early or how late they are. He is there for meetings, and he never misses a team function. Coach gave him a nickname, calls him Mr. Reliable. Coach Clark also says that Nick is a valuable part of the program, and he's loved by his teammates and the entire student body. Nick carries a 3.3 GPA and takes honors classes. But here's a good one, Gary Ball. Nick Adams' nickname is Big Perm, P-E-R-M, because of his naturally wavy hair. And I noticed him on the sideline before the game. And we'll look down and you'll see him over here with Madison Southern. And he's right. That's exactly what it is. So congratulations to Nick Atkins, Big Perm. Nick is the UFO, the unheralded football overachiever for Madison Southern. All right, now let's take a look at East Jessamine's UFO. The UFO for East Jessamine is linebacker Jonathan McCann. Jonathan tore his ACL during the spring of his freshman year and sat out the whole season last year. He jumped in as a great teammate and did the press box filming for us while he was injured. He did a great job each week making sure that we had quality film to trade and watch with our own team. Jonathan worked his tail off on the offseason to get his knee back ready to play this year. Unfortunately, he's battled that same knee injury and is week to week on whether he gets to play or not. Each week that Jonathan is not cleared to play, he heads to the press box and gives us the best video that each week that anybody could ask for. He's a true team player, Coach says. Coach Bowling calls him that he's filling a huge role for us until his knee recovers. Coach Bowling and the team hope that his senior year is spent on the field and not in the press box because he deserves it. And I want to give a special shout out to Jonathan McCran because honestly, Jonathan, you're doing everything you can to help this football team, and we will wish you luck and pray for you that you get back and that you contribute on the field, not just in the press box, to the East Jessamine Jaguars. Congratulations to our two UFOs, Jonathan McCran for East Jessamine and manager Nick Atkins, the Big Perm, for Madison Southern. Now, we're going to turn this over to William Warfield, and William Warfield has a special guest tonight, William.
I do. I got legendary soccer head coach D'Angelo Weiser. He also has a big podcast as well that you guys can check out. But Coach Weiser's putting on his headset right now. Coach Weiser, I'm going to play a little bit of your video that we filmed the other night there at West Jessamine and show everybody that. We'll come back and talk about it.
Tonight we take a few minutes to recognize the very first girls soccer coach at West Jessamine High School, Coach D'Angelo Weiser. In girls high school soccer, West Jessamine has a winning tradition. That tradition was established by Coach Weiser. 223 wins, ranked 9th in Kentucky High School Athletic Association, 7 district titles, 3 regional runner-ups, 4 region titles, 4 Elite 8 appearances, has coached over 40 All-State players. 2018 Jessamine County Athletic Lifetime Achievement Hall of Fame recipient, United Soccer Coaches Association Coach of the Year. Coach Weiser says it's important to remember his success came from the efforts of players and coaches that he was fortunate enough to have here at West Jessamine. Tonight we honor you, Coach Weiser, with the Legacy Award. Thank you for your vision and leadership. At this time, we would like to ask for any former players, their families, and members of his coaching staff to come join him on the field. A banner with these accomplishments will be displayed during this and future soccer seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please join me in recognizing Coach D'Angelo Weiser.
Wow, what a special moment there for Coach D'Angelo Weiser. And Coach, we heard the accolades there, all the stuff that you achieved over your career. It just kept adding up and adding up over your time as a head soccer coach. And now that you're retired from being a head soccer coach and an assistant at times with several other either schools or colleges in the area, you're now focusing on motivational speaking and your podcast, Coach. Congratulations on that legacy award there that West Jessamine honored you with the other night. And you started it all. I mean, you were there, you were the first head coach for West Jessamine, and you began that winning tradition that they've had.
Yeah, it was a real special night, and I think looking back on it, and at that moment, it was more about the program than it was about me. I happened to be in the right place at the right time, but we also honored 3 ladies who started that program back in 91, 92. It's forgotten that it was Jessamine County Colts at the time. There was only one high school. We ran that for 5 years before we became West and East, and those were some special years as well. So it was a special night for the program.
You certainly have helped a lot of your players along the way. Your big thing over the course of the time that I've personally known you is it's not all about wins and losses. It's about life lessons and making a difference in somebody else's life.
Yeah, we always try to use the game as an indicator of life. Every day is not going to be rosy. There's going to be tough times. How do you handle that? It really shows who you are deep down, how you handle it, adversity, and when things don't go your way. And that happens a lot in soccer.
You had mentioned, the other day when I talked to you down on the field over at West Jessamine, you had mentioned, what would your players think 10 years after you had coached them? After you coached them for the final time, Coach, how much of an impact has that had, seeing some of those former players and getting their feedback on, hey, you're still, those things that you taught me then still affect me today?
Yeah, it puts everything in perspective. You have an opportunity to positively impact someone's life through sports, and when it comes down to it, you mentioned it earlier, wins and losses are what we shoot for, but there will be times when that won't be possible. And how will that player look back on their time with us? I think we always have to think about that.
Right, and then one of my favorite quotes that I heard you say, and I understand you referenced a Bruce Springsteen song, but it stuck with me. You can't start a fire without the spark. And when you were a coach at East Jessamine, you certainly were preaching that as well, and your players caught on to that, and you had some success at East Jessamine, not just at West Jessamine.
Right, I enjoyed my time at East. They were very receptive. A lot of leadership in that program, and we just wanted to get the program headed in the right direction, and I think I did that before I stepped aside.
Coach, you got a podcast out now. You've already produced a couple books, written a couple books that's available on Amazon right now. We'll get those links out later on our Twitter if you guys want to check that out. But Coach, how's the podcast going, and what's this week's topic?
This week, as we mentioned the night before, it has to do with what would a letter look like? What would it say 10 years from now after they left your program? And that's so important. And as a coach, all you need to do is hear that line and think about it, and think about the young people that you had with you. And usually a smile will come to your face, or maybe you'll get a note from them for an anniversary, a birthday, or something like that, or what's going on in their life. And that's what's so special about coaching.
Yeah. Were you aware, just thinking back, but were you aware that West Jessamine was going to honor you, and maybe that's helped you with putting together the podcast topic? Maybe you were thinking back, hey, what did I mean to these guys or these girls 10 years later?
That's a great point. I mean, you got some great insight there. It may have, because it's ironic that about 2 weeks out before I knew I was going to show up at West for that game, then that podcast came to my mind, and then I just built on it from my experiences. So, yeah, you're right.
Coach, I truly believe that the good Lord upstairs leads us in different paths, and I'm certainly blessed, truly blessed, that I've been able to cross your path many, many times. And, in my short time, not only covering the schools here in Jessamine County, but also, I had you for a teacher one year as well.
Right. I mean, some special times, great memories back then. And, again, where we were located, we had the chance to impact some lives.
Sure.
And certainly students impact teachers' lives just as much. And that was some special times. But, it's been a great ride. Just a little history on a program that may not be known, that Pat Nielsen, who was in the Hall of Fame, inducted in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if anyone realizes it, but she was the first boys soccer coach at Jessamine County.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she started that program.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got a feeling, Coach, that your next stop is going to be the KHSA Hall of Fame.
Well, you can't control those things. You just do the best you can every day to impact lives positively and let everything else fall where it may. So, we'll just have to wait and see like that. But I appreciate your support, appreciate everything you do for the athletes game in and game out, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, whatever it is. You do a great job here and in the state of Kentucky and out of the state of Kentucky as well.
Appreciate that, Coach. Again, D'Angelo Weiser and Coach, where can they get? I know your books are on Amazon, available to order right now. If they just search, what do they search?
If they just go to Amazon and search my name, Coach D'Angelo Weiser, they'll find both books there. And then on the podcast, Influence for Today's Coaches, all about challenges that coaches face every day. And they're usually not very long. Time is precious to all of us, so they'll usually be between 6 and 10 minutes long. Listen to them in the car when you're going down the road or at home when you have some free time.
And it's not just for soccer, by the way, it's for all sports.
No, it covers, you could apply it to any sport.
Yes, sir. All right, Coach D'Angelo Weiser, and real quick, podcast, where can we listen to it at?
Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker. It's out there. Just type in the name.
Influences for Today's Coaches, right?
It is.
All right, Coach D'Angelo Weiser, appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, folks, with Gary Ball and Coach Mike Meehan.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Welcome back here to East Jessamine High School. We're just about set for the second half. That was a good interview with William Warfield and Coach Weiser there, and with Coach Mike Meehan, good UFOs coach for both football teams, East Jessamine and Madison Southern. And it'll be East Jessamine receiving the football here to start this second half of action. Southern received the ball to open the ball game. Now Willis will be kicking off back deep, our Turner McCollin, and also back deep for East is Connor Darby.
Here we go.
just about set for the second half on a beautiful night. This is football weather, Coach.
It's football weather, and this is a football game, as they say.
28-28. We're locked up in a good one here at East Jessamine High School. So Willis into it, and it's going to be a short kick, and it's taken and up to the midfield stripe. Breaks a tackle near side. Jalen Taylor down to the 30-yard line, cuts it back inside, and tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a nice return there by Jalen Taylor, the senior, showing off here tonight.
Really nice job. Again, these kickoffs are really getting the defensive teams in trouble, Gary. Good field position every single kickoff.
So they'll start at the 25-yard line, the near hash mark on that return there by Taylor.
Could be interesting to see if any adjustments are made defensively by either of these teams.
Turner McCollin under center.
Cover 3.
And he has in the backfield Motley and Dylan Moore in motion. Gives to Motley, hits into the line and down to about the 23-yard line. That's a good play there by Cameron Holbrook.
Holbrook did a good job of plugging that thing up.
Pickup of about 2. Down to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Madison Southern's run looks like they're running a cover 3 zone look. Linebackers are kind of backed up a step or 2 to try to read that wing T look. And again, a lot of times when you're playing against this kind of wing offense, you don't want to crowd the line of scrimmage, because what they're hoping for is those running backs and that fullback bust the line of scrimmage, get in the secondary real quick.
And the give is to Dylan Moore into the line, and he is down to the close to the 15. Pulled back there by Levi Benton.
Yeah, Benton is really playing aggressive.
Really
right
active,
now.
really active, Coach.
Yeah, he's coming across the line of scrimmage, reading, coming up real quick.
Gain of 6, 3rd and 2.
Some people list him with about 16 tackles, Coach. I wouldn't doubt it.
No, I wouldn't either.
A lot of those are unassisted solo tackles. So big Caleb Smith at 6'6" splits out to the far side, and it's going to be 3rd down at about 1.5 yards, and a flag comes in.
Yeah, we have movement again. Let's see.
Yeah, before the snap, and it's going to be false start against East, so it'll be 3rd and about 6, Coach.
3rd and 6. They really don't like that. They don't like being 3rd and 6, but again, they're in 4-down zone.
Yeah.
They figure they've got 2 downs to make that 6 or 7 yards.
10 minutes and 30 seconds here in the 3rd quarter.
2 really good, well-matched teams play completely different type of offenses. Defenses have to settle down now. They're going to have to figure out a way to solve these offensive explosion.
Turner McCollin. He has Taylor in motion, gives it to Taylor, the motion guy on a sweep toss. He's down to 15 to 10, 5, cuts it back, touchdown. Jalen Taylor, he was in motion. He went in motion. He got the ball on the old sweep and took it the distance.
Yeah, that little fly sweep look.
20.
Really well done.
28 yards?
28. Watch him turn upfield here on the instant replay. And one got it beaten. There's no chance. Absolutely no chance to beat that, to be able to make that last tackle.
So, Coach, they were down 28 to 14. They now lead 34 to 28. This can be a 21-point swing for East Jessamine in this football game.
21-point swing, and again, the kickoff return.
Great return by who else? Taylor, and he's the one that finished it off.
Yes, he did.
Here's the kick by Alverson up, and it is good. 35-28. East leads Madison Southern, a really good football team for Madison Southern by a touchdown. 10:03 to go in the 3rd. We'll be back on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
Watching that replay real quick on the touchdown. Watch him turn upfield. One man to beat at the end, and there's no chance. No chance. Too quick.
We'll be back after this timeout on the Mingua Beef Jerky Game of the Week.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. and the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment.
Alverson low kick, taken up at the 40-yard line, return to the near side, and it's going to be upended. Etheridge, as he was upended, good play by Taylor.
Taylor, nice job of coming up there, and Jalen Taylor making a big tackle.
Just knocked his legs out from under him. 37, 38-yard line. 9:57, third quarter.
The Eagles had no answer for East Jessamine's running game. Now let's see if East Jessamine has an answer for the passing game, that vaunted passing game.
Tobias Storm, he has triple receivers. He has Brock Palmer, Etheridge, and also he gives fakes to Jones. Tobias Storm runs it up the middle, and he is going to be tackled at the 40-yard line. Making the play was Nick Leonard.
Nick Leonard came up, made a nice tackle. Good hard hit, brought him down right there.
Nice play by Nick Leonard. He's the number 2 tackler on this East Jessamine team. Number 1 tackler is Cameron Seeger. He's made a couple nice plays tonight.
Some big plays.
Second down at the 40-yard line for Tobias. This time he splits it back to both sides and he's got twins to the near side. Tobias Storm gets it inside to Smith. He's up to the 45, spun around midfield, first down, up to midfield.
Smith did a nice job running that ball. East Jessamine, Gary, they're running what looks like that old Highlands 3-5 to me. And 3 defensive linemen and 5 linebackers. And these linebackers are going to roam and try to make tackles on line of scrimmage, but they can also drop and cover pass plays. So
Highlands has won 23 state championships with that 3-5.
Yeah, they love that thing.
Twins out to the top and twin receivers to the bottom. Walt Smith's the slot man for Tobias Storm. He switches now. Jones to his left side. Tobias Storm first down at the midfield stripe. Fumbles the ball, picks it up, cuts it back inside on a broken play to the 45. Zigs and zags down to the 43-yard line.
Got it on his own, buddy. Wow.
Nathan Davis and Simmons helped out as well.
Pretty impressive run.
We found out who that 58 was, Coach. That's Willems, Logan Willems.
Yeah, we didn't have him on the roster. Someone helped us out at halftime.
Second down and 5 at the 44-yard line. Tobias Storm gives to Walt Smith around the left side, right side, and he's to the 45, cuts it back 40, down to the 35, still going, and down to the 35. Well, that's a nice run by a young man who's 5'8", 165 pounds, and a sophomore, Walt Smith.
Really nice job. Again, that was a different look offensively. They had 2 backs in the backfield along with the quarterback in a little shotgun look.
You know what else Walt is? The backup quarterback, Coach.
Yeah.
If you need him to play quarterback, he can do that for you.
I believe it.
Chambers is in the ball game. He's split way out to the left side over there with Smith. And you got Brock Palmer out to the far side for quarterback Tobias Storm at the quick pass over to Walt Smith. And he breaks a tackle, and he's still on his feet and down to the 30-yard line. Well, that was all Walt Smith.
Yeah, and I guess Cameron Seeger learned a lesson there. You got to lock up on these guys.
Simmons finished him off.
Either that Seaver or Isaiah Williams, one of them 2. Yeah, you got to lock up on these guys. You can't just try to grab them.
Bryan Station 19, Henry Clay 17.
So Bryan Station beat Henry Clay 19-17. That's a final. Big win for the defenders. Tobias Storm, quarterback draw, hit and dropped immediately at the 32. And then they're making the play, Andre Johnson.
Yeah, that was a really, really smart play by Andre Johnson. Andre's 5'9", 174-pound 10th grader.
Yeah, all these underclassmen.
Yeah, I'm watching this. Wow, that's pretty good.
So third down at the 33, 3rd and 7 for Tobias Storm.
All right, let's see if they try to isolate. What they've been trying to do is isolate Walt Smith on this side over here and force him to play man-to-man on this side. They moved the safety all the way over.
35-28.
Yeah, they did it.
Quarterback. He's going to throw to a wide open. He got to catch. He loses the ball on a great play and turned in there by Williams. Isaiah Williams. He had the ball, but Williams jarred it loose, and it's going to be A fourth down with 6:30 to play in the third quarter. 35-28. East Jessamine leads Southern.
That's a good look on that instant replay. And just what I said, what they had trips out the far side of the field. They had a single receiver over here, Gary.
Yeah.
That isolates them on the corner.
You called it, Coach.
And then they motioned to this side.
Yeah.
That rolled to safety
Walt
up.
Smith was wide open, but you know what happened? The ball was maybe a tad underthrown, and it was allowed recoverability by Williams.
Yeah.
Fake now, and they keep it inside, and they get down to the 30, and they're going to turn it over on down.
They turn it over on down.
They turn it over on downs to East Jessamine. East Jessamine gets fired up. Look at that sideline.
Sideline, the cheerleaders, the fans on this side are just fired up.
35-28. So East Jessamine will get the ball, and they're going to say they've got it at the 31-yard line, Coach.
It was awesome, awesome throw and catch. He just dropped the football, a good defensive play. And again, like you said, Gary, probably could have been thrown over his shoulder a little bit further.
So McCollin comes in, gives a Dylan Moore up to the 35. He's hit, knocked down, and knocked backwards.
Not bad. They had a little stunt going on, a little roll, unless it was an accident. Defensive lineman roll stunt.
Levi Benton on the play again. That's what, 17 tackles, 18?
He could be easily, yes.
Unbelievable. 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. East leads by a touchdown, 35-28 over a good Madison Southern team. Make no mistake, no bones about it. This is a good Southern team, Coach.
They are a good team.
Give up the gut to Moore. Dylan to the 45. He got to first down as he dives up to the 45-yard line.
Okay, they're defensively running a 4-3 look with those three linebackers. They can't bite on those fakes and things. They've got to roll and find the gap. It's a gap-type look. These linebackers have to fill those empty gaps, and that time they didn't do it.
Dylan Moore came into this game, Coach Meehan and William. 126 carries, 725 yards, 8 touchdowns. Of course, he's added those touchdown totals tonight. At the 45-yard line, Taylor in motion. They jumped offside, so offside.
Yeah, that could be
somebody. It was against Southern.
Yeah, but again, what I saw was when they put the man in motion and snapped the ball, they went ahead and two guys were moving at the same time.
Williams saw Clay Bunch, 23, jumping off sides, and it's going to be 1st and 5. You know, anytime you got a 1st and 5, Coach, if I'm East, I know I'm not a throwing team, but I'll throw something deep here.
They could throw something deep or maybe do a little counter action, a little reverse, something here. But, again, I think they're satisfied with this lead to just drive the football.
Yeah, they've scored 21 unanswered to take a 35-28 lead. Here's a give right side and down to the 40-yard line, and that is Valdon Miles. 94 carries, 686 yards, 7 touchdowns coming into this game for Valdon.
You know, I hope I get the name right. The number 88, is it Derek Bacross maybe? Number 88, tight end on the East team. Nice block downfield. Derek, I want to give you credit where credit's due.
It's Derek Bocros.
Bocros did a nice job downfield.
At the 39-yard line. 4 minutes, 40 seconds in the third quarter. And they give it up to Gut, and Dylan Moore, he's down to the 36-yard line.
There again, Derek Bocros again, nice block, kicking out. We call that a blast block. He just turned out on that defensive end. Keep an eye on him, people, watching this thing. Watch his blocking. You know, don't always just watch the running back. You enjoy these PrepSpin broadcasts. Watch the lineman. Watch the blocking. Take a look at that. Then on the replay if you want to watch the running back. Nice job.
Second down for Turner McCollin. He gives it around right side, and Bolden his way down to the inside. That's Valdon Miles down inside the 30. He got the first down to the 26.
You know what the game plan is, don't you? At halftime, they said, look, here's the deal. We're going to run that ball down the throat.
Yep.
They cannot stop us.
We're the number 1 rushing team in 5A football.
We're going to prove it.
So we're going to do what we do the best in 5A football.
That's exactly right. And that's what they're doing.
3 minutes and 47 seconds in the third quarter. 35-28. But remember, at one point in this game, East trailed 28-14 to Madison Southern. 21 unanswered. And there's a give. Dillamore up to him. He dives down to the 24-yard line.
Little penetration by Madison Southern. That play could have gone a lot further, but the little penetration tripped him up.
Levi Benton helped out again, Coach. That's what, that 18?
Yeah, yeah, at least.
Keep a total here on Levi for tackles. It's got to have around 20. 2nd down and 5. 3 minutes. 5 seconds to go in the 3rd. There's a give to Valdon around the right side, down to the 20, tripped up.
That's a better job
21-yard line.
A little bit better job of defense that time, stringing it out, keeping that out. That edge player, the player on the outside, the defensive end, sometimes it's an outside linebacker. He's got to keep his outside arm free. Force the play inside. Do not let the player get outside.
I'm going to ask you, Coach. Dane Jackson, the young man, helped 52 out on that play on defensively for Southern. He's done a good job since he came in on the defensive line. Is that Drake Jackson of UK's brother, younger brother?
Oh, I don't know. Could be. We see a lot of relatives of UK players that are local, too.
Yeah. 3rd down for McCollin. McCollin gives a Dillamore. He's got the 1st down. He is to the 10, driving down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Okay, we're going to run a replay on this. Again, I'm going to point him out. Watch the 88 on this side. Look at him plant that guy. Turns him and plants him. We call that a roach position. He put him in a roach position.
Roach?
Yeah, on his back with his legs and arms up in the air. Yep. That's what he did to him. He put him in that dead.
It's like the Roach Motel. You check in, but you don't check out.
That's right. Nice job.
1st and goal at the 9. Under 2 minutes. Give to Moore. Dillon is going to get down to about the 8. And he's stacked up there and helping out on the play. 54. Alex Butry making the play.
Butry coming in there. Offensive line is doing their job here. They're just trying to drive them off the ball.
2nd and goal. 1:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. 35-28. Southern led at one point in this game, 28-14, Coach.
Yep.
McCollin, we're rolling to the left. Rolling in. He cuts it back at the 5, gets to the pylon. Does he touchdown? He got in the pylon left side. What a run by Turner McCollin. What's that, 3rd touchdown tonight?
Yeah, that was a sweep all the way. That was a quarterback sweep. I just happened to be watching the wideout. If you look at the wideout at the top of the screen, he just kind of lazily loads. He's not running a route at all. He knows it's going to be a running play right from there. A really nice job of McCollin.
Well, they just don't know who to stop. Do you stop Dylan Moore? Do you stop Valdon Miles, Motley, Turner McCollin, Taylor, who's been in motion with some big runs?
He's had some big runs.
So the extra point now from John Alverson. Left-footed kicker. Tell you what a come-from-behind effort here by East Jessamine here late in the 3rd quarter. It's up, and it is good. 42-28. Remember, Coach, it was 28-14 Southern, and now it's 42-28 East Jessamine on top here late in this 3rd quarter. We'll be back on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week, Wes, here at East Jessamine as they lead on top of Madison Southern.
I'm on a fixed income. Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
Sometimes the people that need help the most are the very people who can least afford it.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
Bring us back, Coach.
Welcome back to East Jessamine High School. A great, tremendous drive that time by East Jessamine. 42-28 now as we close in on the middle of the 3rd quarter.
Short kick taken in by Southern up to the 45-yard line as A.J. Jones hauled it in. He's got to the 45. So they'll have excellent field position.
Yeah, we have a flag on the play, too. There was a little bit, maybe a late hit at the top of the screen up there toward the 50-yard line. Let's take a look at it and see. Yeah, right at the top of the screen. It's the 2 guys. Number 6 and number 2 got into a little.
So Whitecap will tell us about this situation. 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Gary Ball with Mike Meehan and William Warfield, the king of string.
Personal foul.
Face mask against East. And that'll be an additional, that'll take them down into East territory.
Big mistake.
Yeah, all the way down to the 40-yard. They'll start this drive at the East 45-yard line, 40-yard line.
We mentioned earlier, these kickoffs are killing these teams. They're giving really good field position, and you can't give a good football team really good field position on a kickoff. All right, take a look at this, and we'll see what's going on.
70 points have already been scored. Coach, you predicted 100 points in this game.
I did. I predicted 100 points in this game.
70 have already been scored, and we still got a 1:12 in the third quarter and then the whole fourth quarter to play.
Yep. Trips again. They're isolating on the backside here again.
Trips out to the top. Motion by Jones on the near side. Tobias Storm looking. Tobias going to there's a flag down as he takes off. He's to the 30, down to the 20-yard line and ran out of bounds. And
there we have a hold, I think.
Yep, flag all the way back. It's going to be holding against the offensive line of Madison Southern. And that good run by Tobias of about 20 yards, Coach, will be negated.
That was a nice run, a nice play. But again, you know, when you have that much time back there, those defenders are trying to move around to get to the quarterback, and you have a tendency to grab, and that's what happened. I think it was 55. Grabbed the hold of a defender.
You folks just tuning in, this was a great football game. It was 28-all at halftime. As a matter of fact, Southern led 28-14, Coach, and it has been a total eruption by East's offense. They now lead 42-28.
But the Eagles can get back into this, but their quick strike offense, they can easily get back into this, but they're going to have to figure out a way to stop that wing T look, that power offense.
Yeah, East Jessamine kind of flexing their muscles tonight, aren't they? Showing why they're the #1 rushing team in 5A football. 42-28, East Jessamine on top of Madison Southern. 1:03 to go, and the penalty takes it back to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to get the chain straight. They don't have a. There you go.
Mike Bowling, he's been here forever, hasn't he, Coach? Head coach.
As far as I know.
He's done a great job with this football team. Southern, they got a lot of strike capability, though. Power eye by Tobias Storm. He fakes, rolls to the right, cuts it back. He's still got a pitch man with him, all the way down to the 42-yard line.
Tobias Storm, when he gets home tonight, he's going to have a sore neck because they keep grabbing a hold of his head and throwing him down, it looks like. But I'll tell you what, he can absolutely break a long one any time.
That stop was made by Penman. I think he collared him, and they might have should have called a, could have been a collar or something, a high tackle. I don't know.
Collar was a good word, though.
Second down, or first down. No, that penalty, it is second down on that with that penalty. Storm going downfield, and it's going to be caught down to the 10-yard line on the catch by A.J. Jones.
That's nice. Again, that same look. Take a look at this. They pull the motion man across, and then the motion man takes off down the middle of the field. Nice job. Probably could have let him a little bit more, but he was going to be secure in that throw. Good hit out there, but he held on to the football. I always like that. I always appreciate that type of thing. You get hit that hard and hold on to the ball.
So it'll be first and goal for Tobias Storm. Storm to Smith, and he is going to get down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. Marked him at about the 4.
He's a pretty runner. I don't know any other way to put it. He just kind of rolls over the ball and turns upfield real smooth.
So that's the end of the third quarter, and we'll return here. Madison Southern knocking on the touchdown door again here against East Jessamine. East Jessamine 42 and Madison Southern 28 here on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week on PrepSpin. We'll be back.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now.
He fumbled the ball, and he realized he had to jump back on it at the 5.
Yeah,
so
didn't take a chance, try to pick it up, and maybe muff it. So.
Yeah, be 3rd and goal at the 5, Coach.
It's a big time, I'm telling you. Don't be afraid to throw the ball here now. They've got a good passing attack.
High formation. Tobias Storm's going to run it left side, and he's going to get it in. Touchdown. He cut back inside at the 3 and ran it in. Tobias Storm with a TD run. And, Coach, just like that, it's a 42-34 ball game.
That's it. All they have to do now is play some defense, which they haven't been able to do yet.
Yeah, they haven't been able to stop this East team. They're really good offensively, Coach. They just got so many weapons to run the football. They got Motley now. They've got Turner McCollin, the quarterback. They got Dylan Moore. They got Valdon Miles. Who do you stop?
Well, that's the problem I think Southern's having, because they're a good defensive team too, but they just can't defend everybody.
Kick is up, and it's a beauty. So Willis makes it 42-35. Touchdown lead for East Jessamine here in the 4th quarter. 11 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Want to remind you the Scholastic Ball Report Sunday at noon on the CW. We got Mercer County. We have Great Crossing Scholar Athletes, a feature on Whitley County, and all highlights, Coach, from all over Central Kentucky. We'll have highlights from about 10, 11 football games from Central Kentucky, and we know one of those highlights tonight, Bryan Station got a win over Henry Clay and my guy, DJ Van Horn. And tonight, after the game, Crown Trophy will present the star of the game. And, Coach, who are some early possibilities for that?
Heck, I can name 5 or 6.
Turner McCollin's obviously one of them.
But let's wait and see how the final score is here. It could turn around in a heartbeat.
I'm just saying.
This is one of those things we're going to pick it right at the end of the game.
Dylan Moore would be a candidate. Yeah. He's had some heroics here lately, the touchdowns. And I tell you, McCollin, the quarterback. Madison Southern's Tobias Storm's obviously a candidate.
Yeah, they turned this thing around, you know. Absolutely.
Turner McCollin is over the far side. And let's see what they do here. They're going to kick it to the far net. It's going to be taking it up to the 40-yard line on the return, and that is going to be Taylor.
I don't know whether they just don't have the kickers to kick deep or they're just trying to do something differently.
Well, they're giving them great field position.
This Southern team, you saw, they can quick strike you. I mean, with long passes down the middle, they can throw the ball on the outside. Again, I'm waiting for them to throw the little screens, the little curl patterns, and letting those athletes get the ball and run with it.
Well, the next touchdown, Coach, will be up to 82 points in this game. You predicted 100.
I did.
But, you know, it's going to be close. First down and 10 at the 40-yard line for East. McCollin to Dylan Moore, hit, and good tackle there by Southern at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a really good hit.
Yeah, the player that hit him so hard, he's shaking up a little bit, and that's going to be Clay Bunch, the leading tackler. But, you know, we haven't called Bunch's name a lot. We haven't called his name a bunch, but we've called Levi Benton about 20 times.
Yeah. Again, defensively, I mean, they're doing their best. They're trying everything they can to stop this offense. But, again, like you said, Gary, there's so many weapons, so many people you have to try to stop.
You just don't know who to stop. There's about 4 or 5 of them, and they all can really run the ball. And Jalen Taylor's even a threat. McCollin rolls to the left on the bootleg, rolling out there. He's going to set, throw it, and it's going to be dropped.
A little bit short. Again,
he had Motley, and he dropped the ball at midfield.
Yeah, he had him on the belly pass, the out pass, and he just couldn't quite get it. But, again, opportunity to throw the football, sometimes you have to do that. You have to take that shot.
Yeah, Donovan Motley, the 230-pound junior fullback, knew he should have called down. When he's upset, takes his helmet off on the sideline. 3rd and 10 for East. What do you call here, Coach?
Well, I don't know. You know, with this offense, again, they can run the Betsy. They can run a little counter handback play. I don't know. This is a little different look for them.
Yeah, different look. Timeout, because I think Southern saw a different look, and they didn't like that look.
No, they didn't like that either. They came out of that trips look. Here you got a wing team that's been loading the inside, and all of a sudden they come out with 3 wideouts on one side. They said, "Oh, wait a minute, I don't like that. I want to take a look at that." One
thing I haven't mentioned, you got to check out the Kentucky Scoreboard Show tonight from 10 to midnight on 630 WLAP with Rick Shaw, Don Atkins, as they have scores from all over the state of Kentucky and highlights from all the games. The Kentucky Scoreboard Show. It's 6:30 WLAP here locally. They're on 50 stations, Coach, throughout the state of Kentucky. I believe they're in their 19th season of doing the Kentucky Scoreboard Show, 6:30 WLAP.
Yeah, some good football. You know, you and I, when we were traveling over here together, one thing I like to is travel with Gary because, you know, we get to talking a little bit about some of these teams, same things we've seen. Male high school.
Yes,
unbelievable.
They're undefeated.
Chris
will,
and
they
will
be
defense.
They're just they helped Trinity to 14 points in the and they won. They beat Trinity 20-17 in double overtime. They're undefeated, Coach. They're the #1 ranked team in the state, and they'll be on the Scholastic Ball Report not this week but next.
Yeah, Coach Wolf, amazing coach.
Yeah,
this is super.
He's got a winning record against Trinity. Who in the world has a winning record against Trinity? Chris Wolf does. Quarterback rolling to the left. McCollum looking, throws, and it's going to be, caught. Great catch, and it's caught by Caleb Smith.
Let's take a look at Caleb on this. Quarterback sets that foot and throws off. Well, he threw off his back foot. That was a little bit of fun. He knew he was going to get hit, so he kind of turned around and the quarterback kind of set that back foot to throw the football. Didn't get enough on it. Yeah. But he was saved by the receiver.
That was a great catch by Caleb Smith. I had to really wait because I thought for a moment they were going to say he trapped it, but he caught the football. At the 46-yard line. 10-17 to play. 42-35, East on the march. First down. And Turner McCollum gives left side now, and that's going to be Valdon down to the 40-yard line. And he is making the play is Jackson. Boy, he's made some plays there from that defensive line spot.
Yes,
he is a Dane Jackson, and I think there's some relation there.
Yeah.
All you Southern fans watching this game, let us know, is Mr. Jackson related to the young man in Kentucky, the offensive lineman, the center for Kentucky, Drake Jackson? They played at Woodford County.
I remember he does a nice job of coming down the line of scrimmage and make those tackles, and really.
Gain of 6, second and 4, Jaguars ball at the
9:32 to play. Second down. The Jaguars need about 4 under center. Give up the gut, and Motley down to the 35. He got the first down by about a yard.
Let's see that again, William. I want to take a look at this. 1, 2,
the old dive play.
Yeah, dive play. They pulled the guard. I don't know whether it was a false read or if he was supposed to turn upfield and get the block, but it was a nice job. A nice job of blocking.
That run there by Motley makes up for the football he dropped at midfield because he got the big first down there. And the one he dropped at midfield, he was very upset with himself, and I think he just made amends for it.
One thing I'd like to compliment is whoever the offensive line coach is, doing a really good job.
Dylan Moore up the gut and tripped up at the 30-yard line. Etheridge coming up to make the hit for Jay Sean, the sophomore. I tell you, there's a lot of good sophomores on this Southern team.
Yeah. The Madison Southern defensive backs are not honoring pass at all now. They're coming up. They decided we have got to stop the run. That's the most important thing for us to do right now.
So at the 30-yard line, it'll be second down. East Jessamine just letting the clock run. They lead by a touchdown, 42-35 against Madison Southern here. It's been a dogfight here, hasn't it, Coach?
Yes, it has.
Blitz being shown, and they give to Valdon Miles, and he burst up to the 20, is to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Valdon Miles.
Yeah, he was going to catch on here sooner or later, you know. Really nice runner, has a nice job of accelerating, getting upfield on that little street play. Let's get an opportunity to take a look at that again. Again, I would like to absolutely compliment the offensive line coach on this play.
Valdon Miles. He's got that great name, doesn't he?
Yeah, Valdon Miles, and again, nice block by Caleb Fleckenstein.
It's like one of the Avengers, Valdon.
Yeah. Nice block. Nice lead block. Kicked out. Lead upfield. Nice job.
Johnny Alverson in to make it a 2-touchdown game with 8:05 to play. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. So 49-35, East Jessamine on top here in this. And Coach, there are 4 points now scored in this game? 84, 49-35. Yeah. So we're only 16 away from your prediction of 100. So we'll be back, and there's still 8:05 to play here in this game on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Good off one back by number 82, Brock Porter. Tackled by Bryson Garrison Kelly, number 5 for the Jaguars. Madison Southern football ball on their own 32-yard line. Pass completed to Walt Smith. Tackle on the play by Moses Penman. Completed by Adrian Jones. Tackled in by Penman, but there is a flag down. Personal foul, face mask, call against the Jaguars. Jones, the ball carrier for Madison Southern. Tackle on the play made by number 4, Cameron Seeger. Jones, the ball carrier, tackle on the play by Moses Penman, number 9. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11.
Jones keeps it himself, cuts it over the far side, and Storm, ball comes out, and I think East has it. Yeah. And they do. They get the ball. Coming out there with it, and Coach with the recovery there is number 13. That's going to be Dylan Carter.
Let's take a look at that again. Well, that was a little, running back further. I want to see.
Dylan Carter came out of there with it, Coach.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that again. It's a nice job of running. He bounced to the outside. Boom, a good hit, and the ball pops loose. You're right. Yeah, nice job.
What a nice play by Dylan Carter.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
24-yard line. East will, with their ground and pound game, they're just going to run some clock here. They're up by 2 scores.
They're going to run a lot of clock.
A lot of clock. Try to. Turner McCollin.
Oh, nice defense.
What a great play as the ball carrier was Dylan Moore, and he was hit and dropped immediately in the backfield.
Yeah, number 54, it looked like. Yeah.
That's Buttery.
Yeah. Nice, really
Alex
nice
Buttery,
job.
a 5'11", 180-pound sophomore coach. Another sophomore.
This Southern team's going to be pretty darn good next year if we're counting the number of underclassmen that are making plays for them.
So second down and a long 11, 5:46 to play.
No hurry, are they?
Nope. That's what I said. They're just going to look up at the clock, let it run down as much as they can.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Turner McCollin, he's in no hurry.
No. That shows a lot of respect for Madison Southern's offense, too,
Give now to Valdon Miles around the right side. He's to the 30, 35. He's at the 40. He's at midfield, and he's finally down to the 35-yard line, pulled down there.
That's a good runner right there. I tell you what, he's making big yardage now. I think defense is a little tired, a little frustrated, and he's just wearing them out, running the ball.
Willis, I think, finally finished him off. Aiden Willis, a cornerback, made the play, Coach, defensively.
Yeah, I think East has got this game in hand now. They really feel like if they can just monopolize that defense. Again, the game's pretty close. But Madison Southern just can't seem to stop that offense.
You have to remember, at one point in this game, Coach, Southern led 28-14.
Yeah.
They led by 2 touchdowns, and they trail now by 2 touchdowns. Hand off to Dylan Moore. Cuts it over the right side. Back inside. Dives down to the 32-yard line.
One of the things right now that's most important is ball security.
Ball security.
You got to really hold on to that football.
Coach, we got to be thinking about the PrepSpin star of the game.
Honestly, right now, Dylan, even Miles has done a great job, running the football.
Yep. Valdon Miles, Turner McCollin.
Yeah. Quarterback's super job.
Yeah. Second down. To me, it's either Turner McCollin or Dylan Moore.
Yeah.
Second down and about 8 for Turner McCollin. McCollin under center, and he gives left side to Valdon. Valdon down to the 25, bulling his way, and he's down to the 21-yard line. Valdon Miles, the name of an Avenger, like superhero, but man, he was like a bowling ball that time.
Yeah, and you got to include him in the argument for player of the game, too. Come on now.
Yeah,
you got 3 players or 4 players for East that have just done a superb job. And what a prodigious job it is to try to stop these guys when they've got so many weapons.
Yeah. This is a good offensive East team, and their defense has really stepped up this second half.
Yeah. Turnovers made a difference again in a game like this against 2 teams that are.
You called it. You said that, Coach, in the very start of the game that turnovers would be key in this game. That's exactly what it's been. So
3 minutes and change, and they're just slowly moving the ball, matriculating down the field, as my son Luke says.
That's right, matriculating, and we're going to have a timeout call. 3:23 to play in this football game. It's 49-35. The lead is for East Jessamine. They lead Madison Southern after Southern was leading in this football game early on, 28-14. They now trail 49-35. We'll be back on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week at East Jessamine. So Dylan Moore with Valdon Miles in the backfield. And Smith is split out to the top. And they give to Dylan Moore up the gut, and he's down the 16-yard line, knocked down right there. Levi Benton might be shaken up a little bit.
Those big linemen, I tell you what. I was watching Jacob Bruner. He's just pushing down the field, trying to help his running back.
6'3", 350 pounds.
And he moves. I guarantee you. What year is he?
He is a senior.
All right. Somebody needs to take a look at that kid. He's big and strong. Looks like he's got decent feet.
Yeah, if he can move the feet as a lineman, you can play somewhere, right, Coach, at the next level.
Oh, absolutely, somewhere.
So, Valdon Miles. And East will be in the driver's seat in the district if they win this game. Miles right side, and finally he's going to be corralled, and they're going to keep the clock going.
Tough kid, really tough kid. Lowered that shoulder. He realized that he had to stay in bounds in order to keep that clock running, and that's exactly what he did. Turned that shoulder upfield, kept his body down, got the leverage on the defender, got underneath his shoulder pads, and made that extra yardage. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive. So a good ball game here tonight, 49-35. Another end of the district. Right now, the East Jessamine Jags will be in the driver's seat in the district, Coach.
Yeah.
So have a 2-0 record. Southern will drop to 3-4 overall record. East Jessamine, since they built this new stadium, Coach, they've been a very good running football team. They like this turf, don't they?
Yeah. Now, who do they have in their district to play here coming up?
For East Jessamine?
Yeah. I'm curious.
I'll check their schedule, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
So, East, they play Collins, Woodford County, and Western Hills.
Well, they have a pretty easy road to go then, I think. I don't know anything about Collins.
They could finish the season 8-2.
Yes, they could.
Good football team. Third down and about 4. Second man through Dylan Moore, and he is down to the 10 and tackled right there at the 10. He's got the first down.
Yeah, he's not showing off. Dylan Moore put 2 hands over that football, covered that football, driving down through there, making sure that he holds onto the football and got the first down, and that's it right there.
Well, we're at the disadvantage. We don't have stats here, so we can't statistically look at the the player that had the big numbers. But I'm telling you right now, in this football game, from what I've seen, the guys that have had the big numbers, Turner McCollins had a heck of a football game. He's ran 3 touchdowns in. He ran the 30-yarder in to open up the game. And Dylan Moore has had a spectacular game, and Valdon Miles. So we could give it to all 3 of them.
Yeah, they all 3 have done a great job. The offensive line has done a superb job.
Oh, yeah, the offensive line, we give it to them.
Yeah.
At the 10-yard line, there's Dylan Moore getting down low, and he's going to be tackled right there. And coming in to get him was 54. That's Alex Buttrey.
Buttrey Ken, yeah.
Coach, we got 1:20 to go in this game.
1:20 to go.
Yep.
And, again, McCollum going to the sideline, getting the play, taking his time. No big hurry here.
And, of course, I'll be out the next few weeks, so I'll miss you guys. But
you're going to miss 2 games, right?
Yes. I'll miss the 11th and the 18th.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to figure out something. Maybe we should have a contest to get somebody to come in and do the play-by-play or something. William Moorfield, he likes those contests, those votes.
Turner McCollin. And he's going to keep it himself and get down to the 6, knock backwards at right about the 7-yard line. Clock getting down to the 36 seconds.
Yeah, just put your knee down. Don't do anything fancy.
Yeah, because if you try to run the ball, bad things can happen.
Yeah, nothing good can happen.
They're coming to the sideline like this game is over.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so the game is going to end. It's down to 19 seconds, 18. And East Jessamine's going to prevail, Coach, 49-35. And we have to be thinking, of course, about the PrepSpin Crown Trophy star of the game, 49-35. And Coach, it's all over but the crying, and Who do you like as star of the game?
I was thinking about it, honestly, because of the way he controlled the game, plus the 3 touchdowns. I'd give it to McCollum.
Turner McCollum.
Quarterback.
Okay. So he gets our PrepSpin star of the game. Yeah. Turner McCollum and Coach Boland, and 49-35. Coach, what a turnaround here by East Jessamine.
You called it.
They trailed 28-14 to Madison Southern. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, it's not like their offense woke up or anything. They just have a great offense, and they just started scoring left and right. And they went from 28-14 down to 49-35, a win.
Right. And if I was going to make a comment on anything that East Jessamine needed the rest of the year, they need to work on a kickoff game. They can't keep giving teams field position and 40-yard line in.
Yeah, and East Jessamine's now 5-2, the overall record of the #1 rushing team in 5A football. We'll step out. We'll come back with the post game. I think we're going to try to get Mike Boland up here too, aren't we, William? And Turner McCollum. We'll try to talk to him, our star of the game. We'll be back. 49-35, the victory for East Jessamine over Madison Southern. And you watch it exclusively right here on PrepSpin.com. The Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football Game of the Week.
What's your starting 5? How about this one? Mild, hot, Cajun, barbecue, and teriyaki. It's the flavors of Mingua Beef Jerky, each one handmade from Ronnie Mingy's all-natural recipe using top-quality beef. That's what makes Mingua Beef Jerky stand out. Take it from me, Tom Leach. Pick up a package today, and if you don't see it, ask for it. And check them out online at minguabeefjerky.com. That's MINGUA beefjerky.com. And go there today to see their newest product, Mingua Beef Jerky Meat Sticks in mild, hot, or honey barbecue.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop. You can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
I work really hard, but I don't make a whole lot of money. And now, my hours are being cut back at work. I've gotten so far behind on my bills, I feel like I'll never get caught up.
We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
We're not going to judge you.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free.
859-CALL-US.
In Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting.
Coach, at one point in this game, you were down 28-14. What'd you tell your East Jessamine team? You guys came back with a vengeance, 49-34, beat them by 2. Really turned the tide there.
We talk about it all the time. There's no magic play. You just got to play better football.
Yeah.
Hold on to the ball. Don't get penalties. Block your man. Set the edge on defense. Take it away when you can. Guard who you're supposed to guard. If you do that, that's why you're better.
Yeah.
You know, it's not magical. We've got a game plan. We're going to live with it. And we just got to execute it better, and that's what they did.
If you're the opponent playing East Jessamine, who in the world do you stop? Turner McCollin? Do you stop Valdon, who I love that name. I told you that out on the show. Do you stop Dylan Moore? Do you stop Motley? Do you stop, you got number 3 Taylor running in there. I mean, who in the world do you stop?
Well, everybody's had trouble with it all year long, so I don't know. If they told me I'd go away from them. I did tell Valdon early in the game, I said, listen, they're a brick wall. They do a good job on defense. William Blair's their defensive coordinator, good friend of mine. He runs a very, very good program on the defensive side. Coach Clark does an amazing job with their program. They're really good.
Yeah.
And I said, we're going to soften them up, and then we're going to hit them on buck sweep and get outside. And so I let my big boys kind of hammer on them a little bit, let those guys take a few shots at them, and then Turner kept us in the game. And we just made some big plays tonight. Caleb Smith, the last catch there, that was huge to get the first down. So, I'm pretty proud. And these guys, they're good at football, and they make me look good.
Yeah. Well, tonight you get the win, but the defense stepped up tonight.
Yeah, we did. We only gave up 7 points in the second half. That really was the ball game. At halftime you're sitting there 28-28, and it was just basically we didn't recover an onside kick, and then they turned it over, and then it's like, okay, it's going to be a ping-pong match all night long, and our defense just rose to the occasion and wore them down, and then our offense just kept hammering. And so finally the tide's turned in our favor, and I'm really, really proud. This is the first time I've really thought we got a good football team.
Yeah.
I really do, because I know Madison Southern's a good football team, and late in the game we were taking it to them.
You're 5-2 now, Coach. I'm impressed with your football team. You still have the top rushing football team in 5A football, and I know that's something you hang your hat on.
Right. When you're trying to build from the ground up like we are, and you're trying to get through that first 2 rounds of playoffs, which we've never done, you got to kind of hang your hat on something. And our kids take a lot of pride in running that football, which means you better take pride in the weight room. We lift the weights and get after it, and our kids run hard in the game, and I think that's a testament to our offseason.
Is there a better team in the state than a 3-4 team than Southern?
No, Madison Southern is definitely the best 3-4 team you're going to find. They've got weapons everywhere. Tobias Storm is a ridiculously good quarterback. Walt Smith might be the best sophomore in the state of Kentucky. He is really good. They've just got weapons. They're well coached.
they're going to be tough. And I told Coach Clark, I'm not throwing shade to anybody else, but there's a chance we'll see them again. I really believe they've got a good program, and they're going to make a run. And I know our kids are set on making a run. So, it could come back. We could be right back here in 5 or 6 weeks. So we'll see.
Well, at PrepSpin, we're big on polls, Coach. And we had the poll this week, and you won out barely over a Corbin-Lafayette game that was a 21-7 game there for Corbin. But you won 900 votes on that poll.
Oh, so. Awesome. That means we're getting a little support. And I know Southern's got they made the finals 2 years ago. They got a lot of support over there. So there's a lot of people in Berea probably wanting to watch you all online tonight. So we couldn't be happier.
Well, Coach, as always, we give you the Mingua Beef Jerky.
I got
a lot of that stuff now.
I'm getting good. This is good tasting stuff. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, let's get Dylan and Turner in here now.
All right.
That's sweet and hot.
Got sweet and hot. All right, got a new flavor. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
you. Okay.
Mike Bolin, and let's get Dylan Moore in here real quick, and then we'll talk to Turner McCollin as well. And Dylan, you guys as I said to Coach, pick your poison. Let's get over here, Dylan. Pick your poison here. So you get in the camera shot. Do you stop Dylan Moore? Do you stop Turner McCollin? Do you stop Valdon? Motley, Taylor. You guys have so many weapons, but that's what makes you guys such a good football team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can run a lot, and then if we need to pass, then we'll pass. So it works out.
Yeah, and Caleb Smith makes catches like that for you, like
yes,
he
sir,
did.
Yes, sir.
But what'd you do in the second half defensively? You held them to 7 points in the second half.
We worked things out at halftime like always, and just did what we needed to do. That's it.
Yeah, and Cameron Seeger back there at linebacker, you don't even have to use him. He's another weapon you could use on offense.
Yes, sir.
That was a good weapon last year.
Yeah, last year he was really good, and anytime if we have somebody go out, we know that he can be in there to help us. So.
Well, we know you're a good academic student too, but with I think 4.0 in the classroom there here at East Jessamine, and just doing it the right way, and you're doing it really good out here on the football field. I tell you, you can run the ball and catch the ball in the backfield. What do you think the sights are set for East Jessamine?
I think sky's the limit. I think that we can go as far as we let ourselves go. I think that I think we make it all the way, to be honest. I think we make it all the way to state.
That sounds good to us. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Good game tonight. And let's get the quarterback in here. And he had a heck of a game tonight, Turner McCollin. And congratulations. You opened the game up there with the 30-yard TD run. What was going through your mind, out there with so many openings on there? You were just gassing them.
Yeah. Well, shout out to our line, obviously.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
But just East Jessamine football, just waggle, counters, buck, all that stuff. Just East Jessamine football. We practice it the same thing. We practice the same plays we run. We add some, but we always stick to our.
Well, with you at quarterback, you guys have added another dimension because the other team are thinking, okay, is the quarterback going to keep it? But you're so good at disguising and hiding that football. Coach Meehan was talking about you throughout the broadcast, how good you were with, hiding the football out there. Kind of look like an old Highlands team from back in the day, where they hide the football.
Well, that's a big thing we stress at, from day one. Like, at first day I was here as a freshman, that was the first thing I learned was seeding the football, hiding it as soon as you do your first step. Mm-hmm. So that's a big part of it all.
The quarterback that went down there, help me out. What was his name, the quarterback? There was a quarterback that was injured, I believe. Was that?
Wait, here? Or
maybe it was at West. But
anyway, that was Noah Relaford at West.
Yeah, we're Relaford.
He's back, though.
But tell us about the rest of this team, how they're responding, how they're rebounding to you as the quarterback.
Well, I played quarterback last year too for some of the season because we had a guy go out, and everybody. I've played with a bunch of them for years. They're all some of my best friends. I've played with them since I was 3rd grade, so they know what I can do and I know what they can do. So I know they got my back no matter what. So.
Well, you guys are 5-2 now. And really, you lost to Franklin County by a touchdown. You could have won that game. They're a very good team, undefeated team.
I think they're ranked 3rd in 4A. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, they are. And so looking down, I know you don't like to look ahead, but down your schedule. Do you see, who's some of the tough opponents you might be playing down the road?
Well, obviously you got Frederick Douglass. If we make it that far in the playoffs, that's obviously a good team. Or Scott County, whoever makes it out of that district. Yeah. And then Madison Southern, we're going to see them again. That's a great football team out there. They put 35 up on us, and they just ended up on top. But they're a good team, and there's a bunch of good teams in 5A. You can't. There's Highlands, everybody like that. They're all good. There's a bunch of 5A schools.
Best 3 and 4 team in the state was playing with opposite you guys
they're
tonight.
They're good. They're good. They're
Southern.
huge.
Yeah, they're a good football team. Well, you've really done a great job operating the offense and running this offense this year. And because of that, we want to give you the Crown Trophy. Star of the game tonight goes to Turner. You opened up. You ended with 3 touchdowns, I believe.
I had 3 rushing and 1 passing.
Yeah, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing. Yeah. So, Coach Meehan, I think we gave it to the right guy, Turner McCollin.
All right,
good game, Turner.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Glad y'all can make it here.
That was Turner McCollin, our star of the game, William, and the final score 49-35, won by East Jessamine. That'll wrap it up here from East Jessamine. And thanks for listening to and watching the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Football. For Mike Meehan, this is Gary Ball and William Moorfield, the King of String. So long from the Mingua Beef Jerky Game of the Week.